Okay, let's be having you. Off the front page, everybody, into your back pockets. We know the camera's on Harvey. We're doing the show. Two last man, told hand, understand. He's the daddy son of Sam, and hey, found the Lord of pain. Dark words overheard, nipple twist, burn, need to burn, do her, mean Stevie Goodberg. That's the first time I ever got that line right. Satan, can you hear us? We are on our way. I just like to give out praise today. Oh yes. Right, focus. The camera has moved, and hello. The camera's moved, and that's okay. That's the way that happens. That happens. Welcome to the show, guys. Welcome to the show. So you're welcome to it.
Yeah.
Busy show tonight. We've got Jem Roberts coming on. I think his last name's Roberts. I've said it out loud. It must be. If it's not, it is now. Talk about his book, Fab Fools, the Beatles and comedy. It's out in paperback. And that's cool. I was going to say more importantly than that. No, equally important. But more exciting. I'm going to be honest, more excitingly. We got June coming on from Fanny. He said, just double checking to see if she'd actually replied to the messages, where the last message was, what are we doing? When? June Millington from Fanny is coming on at 11:30.
Is that locked in?
That is locked in. Little bit of Fanny. What's this column here? Moving to Patreon. From July the 1st. We'll be on YouTube and Patreon. Can't do it, Pete. We were watching Top of the Pops from 1990. We did one episode, and then the second episode, it got to the anniversary waltz, part 2, status quo, and we went, fuck, should we go and do it? Should we go and do it?
We thought, what are we doing? What are we doing with our lives?
So June from Fanny is coming on at 11:30, and at 10 o'clock, we got Jem coming on talking about a Beatles book. Until then, we've got fun. We're going to give you a show. What's this? This is our Patreon count. We're moving to Patreon, right? We're moving to Patreon. And at 10 o'clock, well, so you've got until 10 o'clock to sign up for a competition we're doing. We don't start until July the 1st. You don't get billed until July the 1st. But a competition we're doing closes at 10 o'clock. All of the people that joined, I think, from Wednesday evening to 10 o'clock tonight will get entered in a draw. And one of you, is going to win a personalised private video that me and Katherine are going to make off stream.
Not that kind of private video.
No, God, no. Oh, I get it now. So that's why some people were making jokes. Okay, I get it. I get it. I absolutely get it. We're going to make a personalised, private little, you know, those cameo things that you get. We're going to do one of those for someone that signs up between now, but from Wednesday, for now and 10 o'clock, we're going to pick someone at random on the show, and then after the show, we're going to make a video. Now,
it could be you.
And also, when we get to 400 patrons, right, we are going to do a very special, private show for the 400 patrons.
Again, not like that.
Even though none of you have paid. None of you have paid.
It's a little thank you. It's a little Patreon party.
None of you have paid, and won't pay till July the 1st. We're going to do a private. You'll all get a message with a secret URL. What an evening. What way to celebrate Friday night and a fascist racist told she wasn't welcomed. Okay. Listen, I don't want any politics. I don't want any Ruth Davidson. That's what you're talking about. I don't want any politics tonight.
No, I don't think it is. I think they're talking about that other woman. The one who is a fascist
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah, that one. Whatever her name is.
Okay. I don't want any politics. What are you after?
Turning your light down a smidgen.
Well, turn it down as much as you want. I don't care. It's not that that's bleaching you out. It's the screen.
No, I'm talking about you.
I don't give a toss.
God.
Should cannabis be legalised yet? Yes or no or maybe? So I hope that answers your question. How many viewers we got? 266. They took us off the front page, guys, because we're advertising Patreon.
Yeah.
Gatford says the camera keeps going in and out of focus. I fucking know it! I'm fucking sat here fucking looking at it! I can see it! I fucking know it! I can see it! Here's the thing. The camera is... the screen is right in front of us. Fuck's sake, man! And we're trying to set up so many things. The numbers are really disappointing. I'm setting up all these. I can see it, man. I can fucking see it. It's out of focus. I know. I can see it, man.
Thanks for pointing it out. Helpful.
Oh, God, oh, man. Your nose is going to be out of focus in a minute. So, 314 at the last count. Let's just update those stats. Okay, and see where we're at. See if it's gone up. We're going to go into the computer and the stats. So it's 314 at the moment. Let's just see what is the new
Total.
And we need a drum roll for this, please. Can we? Ignore the cats. Don't draw any attention to it, because they're dickheads. Okay, whatever. Go away. Where's my soundboard gone? Because we need a drum roll. Soundboard. We're going to give you such a great show tonight. You're going to come in your pants.
Wow.
I was talking to myself there. Sorry. Okay, so it's at 314 at the moment. Let's find out what the new total is, guys. It's 314 at the moment. We're going to put the data into the computer. Let's wait for the drum roll to ping. We're going to see.
Okay.
For the drum roll to ping.
It's long.
It's a long drum roll. Good drummer. It's a good drummer.
I mean, it's too long, really.
It's a great length. What is the new total, please, on the totalizer equalizer board? 357! Yes! 357. We get to 400, and we could get to 400 tonight.
And then what happens when we get to 400?
What have the cats done to the lights? Have they knocked it? Good, because that was making us go out of focus.
Oh.
When we get to 400, we're doing a private show for you guys. You can do the light again if you want. The cats did that. Our show starts at 9. The show has started.
Show is on now.
Show is.
This is the show. This is you being showed.
This is
shown.
It. I can show you the world. One moment, please. There's going to be a private show. It's going to be awesome. Thank you for everyone who signed up for the Patreon. It is a pre-CA TED.
I know what I can do.
It's a pre-CA TED. Ginger Ninja says, I've got something exciting to talk about. Jesus, we better open the phone lines then. This is a phone-in show. None of you guys are cancelled. Let's just I don't know why that's so big. The phones are open.
How do we know is a random pick? Do you use keychain?
How do we know is a random pick? Do you use the blockchain? You said keychain.
Oh, right.
How do we know is a random pick? You don't.
Yeah.
You don't. But I can tell you, you won't win it. Because you're not in it. How do we know it's a random? Blouse chat, please, Kath, says Claire 1973. And I'm open for that blouse chat.
Blouse chat. This is forever unique. Yeah, baby, yes. Yes.
Oh, wrong button.
Yes.
Wait 2 minutes. I'm just logging on my P.
Oh, don't do that.
I mean, we can wait. If anyone else wants to call in, do it. You can Skype in as well. It's a phone-in show. Connor Pimer says, hello, mate. How's it going? Hello, how are you? I am doing good. Hi. Hello, how's it going, mate? Loads of emojis. Hello, mate. How are you?
Really, really interested to know how you are.
Let's call Connor up. Let's find out what's going on with the big C.
Not that big C.
Can we Google that name, please? Oh, I'm not answering. Okay. Connor is unavailable. Connor is unavailable for chat. Connor is unavailable.
Well, I mean, he lost interest in how you are.
After English?
Das ist nicht so
Can you
gut.
do it in English? Well, let's find out. Translate, because I just want to make sure we're not got any dodgepots tonight.
No, he's a German television presenter who's back after corona infection.
I like this guy then.
He underestimated the stubbornness of the virus.
The goddamn coronavirus. My definition is this.
You can do it right now, please.
It's going to be some show tonight. Jumper chat in. It's burgundy. It's a cardigan. So, Ixnay on the umper J. 0203 286 6370. Good evening, Dan. Good evening, Wrestling Fan. Good evening, Brown Eyes Dolly. Good evening, Matty. He wears the same glasses. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. That's great.
Glasses
news.
chat.
Glasses chat. You'll be excited to know, Katherine, I bought some stationery today.
Oh, God, yes. Tell me. Talk to me.
Long-time listener, long-time fan, long-time lurker, me love you long time. It's only slightly racist. It's a quote from a movie, so we can just... Let's just... here's Bodell. You speak to Bodell while I just go and check a little something here.
Mr. Paul Bodell? Why are you so quiet and dark?
Okay, let's try this guy.
Oh. Yep. Hi.
Wow. Thank you, Mr. Pineapple Pig.
What is the question?
Thank you, Leanne.
Carrefour. Catford, yeah.
You cannot hear the caller. Well, you can now, and you're going to regret that, Matty. Say again.
So my question is, what will be the first supermarket with a VR world?
Carrefour.
Available in VR? I don't know the Carrefour.
Or Mammut.
Carrefour, the French chain. Yeah, I think
Yes.
I know.
Yep.
Carrefour. You think so? You think so?
Don't know. To be honest, I pulled it out of thin air. Why not?
I think will be all foods.
All foods. Okay.
Because
Whole Foods.
was acquired by Amazon.
Okay.
But could also be Ocado, because Ocado is working with...
It's not a supermarket.
Can I ask you, Milky Daniel, why you care?
I don't even know what we're talking about.
Because usually...
VR experience in a supermarket.
Usually VR is just for games. But I would like online shopping in VR.
Correct, Mr. Pineapple Pig, correct.
Well, online shopping in VR, surely you might as well just go shopping. Why?
Yeah.
Online shopping is good enough, isn't it? Why do you want to have to do
But
the actions?
I
Might
like
as well go
VR.
and do it.
The thing is, I like VR. I just don't like playing games.
Okay, well, the thing with VR, there's so much you can do. There's chat rooms, you can watch movies, you can watch Blueies, you can go on walks, you can I think you can go in Anne Frank's apartment. I think that's one. I know there's one where you can experience what it's like to be a person of colour at different stages throughout American history.
Wow, okay.
So there's loads of stuff. So it's not just games.
Yeah, so it's getting better. But I wonder what will be the first online shopping.
You've just done that. Okay, you've done that. Thanking you so much.
I think he just enjoys wandering. That's fine.
0203 286 6370 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. What do you think about that, Paul?
Well, I really think this is great.
Okay. No, Robo, of course we don't. Don't be so silly. Ocado have a feature that allows you to just say, do me an order in one click and it buys stuff based on what you've bought most. Well, that's stupid.
What about people that eat different things every week?
That's stupid. I just feel we're going to get a great call tonight.
Well,
everyone is welcome, but we can cut you off at any point. It's not cancellation. Just don't fancy talking to you in my house.
It's our prerogative.
It's our prerogative. Just like it's okay to block people on Twitter who then retweet stuff about people saying it's okay to not communicate with people on Twitter. I thought that was a cancellation. 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. And tonight, dear listener, tonight we are going to Mac Show. Let me tell you a story. I've got new meds. I only got them today.
How do they feel?
Langoustine is one, and Jamamal is another.
Langoustine.
It's something like that.
Okay.
I've got it written down on a bit of paper. Langoustine,
And Jamil.
lamotrigine,
Right.
and quetiapine.
Okay.
Now, the lamotrigine is apparently very, very safe to take. If I get a rash, I have to stop taking it immediately. I'll have to build up to that. It's a cumulative. So you start on 25, 25, 25, 25. Then you go up to 50. Then you speak to the doctor and you're on, after a while of 50. So that's going to be a cumulative. So to help me get past that, I'm having quetiapine, which I'm looking forward to because he said it's going to help me sleep. I haven't slept for so long. So long.
Here's the problem with us two at this point, and you may find that you
Robert.
notice a certain lack of patience with possibly both of us tonight. We're both knackered, but we can't sleep because of stress. So just, you know.
I'm not stressed.
I am. So
I'm not stressed, I'm just feeling so fine. I'm gonna say hello, I'm gonna drink that wine, and when the ladies come down, I'm gonna say,
You're a pervert.
So the quetiapine makes you very sleepy, says Professor Ince. I'm taking one of those tonight. I'm tempted to take one on stream, but I won't.
No.
I won't.
No.
But I'm going to take one straight after stream. Bye-bye.
Betty bye-byes, Betty bye-bye-bye, Betty bye.
Take melatonin. Okay, doctor. Because you can't buy that in this country, so I'm assuming you're a doctor and you can write me a prescription? Oh, no, you're just a fucking chancer online. You're just a chancer online. I apologise for the curses.
Yeah.
There's going to be less curses. But you're just an effing chancer online, you shit.
Oh,
sorry, that
there's
was a
another one.
curse.
Yeah.
There's going to be less curses.
Fewer.
Quetiapine needs a loud alarm class CK. Gafford, what the hell is wrong with you tonight? Is the VPN deal still running? Do monkeys climb out of my butt? Yes, the VPN deal is still running. Jeez. God, the VPN is still running. 83% off Surfshark VPN and 3 months extra free.
They say 83%. They should just say 17% on, right?
I don't know if that's a phrase.
Well, they should.
Surfshark.deal/TLNA. You want to watch movies from around the world?
You want to watch hooky movies, but you don't want Sky to know.
Okay? Surfshark doesn't condone the latter, but you can.
You could.
You can.
You could. It's possible.
Surfshark.deals/TLNA. That stands for the late night alternative, which is what this show used to be called, but I'm actually using it in emails and stuff so that people know what we're talking about.
Uh-huh.
Okay, thank you, Screechy. Sign up. You've got 50 minutes to sign up to the Patreon. I mean, you can sign up for whenever you want, but if you want to be entered into the draw to get a free personalised video from us, you've got to be done by 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go back to Surfshark.
Please.
You please tell me about them.
Virtual private networks, really handy way to protect your data from trackers, hackers, and everything
Slackers.
else. All those guys.
And Patreon backers.
But also, it allows you to, be from whichever country in the world. It gives you access to, the films that you haven't seen yet. It's great, Surfshark, and I've used it, so it's easy.
Made in a sweatshop. Sweatshop makes a great point. Surfshark doesn't judge your random horniness, and it doesn't. It doesn't. It's between your conscience, your God, and your VPN. Isn't that marvellous?
Technology.
Isn't that marvellous? 83% off. 3 months extra free. Get the link for Surfshark again. I want everybody. We've got 457 people. Those are staggering numbers, considering the scum have taken us off the front page and we're not really following regular times.
Still our employees for the next 2 months.
So, no, I'm not talking about this. Katherine, I'm not talking about Twitch when I say the scum. I'm talking about, I'm talking
Those
about
guys,
scum.com.
you don't know
and
them.
scum.co.uk.
They go to a different
school. Scum.com have taken us off their front pages.
Mm-hmm.
Twitch is fantastic.
They're awesome.
What?
Yeah.
Twitch is awesome. So what I'm saying is, can we go? Everyone clip. What? No, hang on. Those are the old. What? No. Why is Viz in there twice? Oh God, who's hacked into Nightbot? There we go. Everyone click on surfshark.deal/TLNA now. Just click on it. Just click on it. Just Katherine, please click on it. Just take you there. Look, 83% off. Then click on buy now. So all you got to do. You want to buy it? That's great. You don't want to buy it? That's great. But even just clicking on it would help us.
Yeah. I've just done
Even
it.
just clicking on it helps us. So just go and click on it, man.
Click it.
Click it. Click it. Click it.
Oh,
Click.
focus.
Oh, God.
Click it. Click it. Click it. Click it.
Fallen Reaper clicked it.
Thank you for clicking it.
Dave Dogface Boy, you might be a big fan of Jem Roberts, who's coming on at 10 o'clock, but did you click the limp link?
The limp.
Clicked it, says Broccoli Dan. Fallen Reaper, click it again. Wrestling fans clicked it. Denzel clicked it. If someone wants to buy it, then buy it.
Yeah, it's quite good.
Zoom is full of spies.
Yeah, but not if you use Surfshark VPN.
And as always, let's big up the Gregorian.
Right up.
Big up the Gregorian, who is doing more behind the scenes to keep this show running than us.
Yeah, he's so good.
Than us. We're going to give you a great show tonight. The last few have been a little bit maudlin. Sad music plays in the background.
But we've got a right to have emotions.
But we're not going to share those emotions with you tonight. We're going to give you happy time, fun time. Alistair's in the room. Cop
Silly
Bongo's
time.
here.
We're going to have silly times.
We're going to have fun times. But Richard Gregorian is doing more. If you unban my partner's account, can click on that too. No, I'm not going to do it.
Oh.
We haven't checked the band. We'll check the bands later. See if anyone's getting married. That's a joke. That's a clever joke for adults. But Richard has done more. Is doing more to keep this show going behind the scenes than either of us are.
Although Ricky's just subscribed as a patron, and so's Kevin. So it's all.
Okay, well that's interesting to know. Thank you so much
you,
indeed. We
guys.
appreciate that. We appreciate that. But GE Law, if you're getting divorced, then go and have a word with Richard Gregorian, because he's a nice guy. GELaw.co.uk. 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 All right, guys. There's a new gallery. If you go to our Discord,
See, I haven't been in there for a while, so I've not seen the new art.
go. Here's some of the new art. I hope you enjoy this.
I will.
This is going to be lovely. Here we go. Oh, hang on a minute, because we can't hear it. We want to hear it. I had to do this before. So just bear with. So I'm good. Everyone look away. I don't want anyone to see this. You can hear the music. We can't hear the music. Advanced. Please don't look at it, Katherine.
I'm looking at something else.
Monitor on. There we go. Don't look. Okay. Okay. So here we go.
Great.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here is the
Now.
gallery. The gallery
Now.
2. Here we go. This
Is
apparently
that a hot older woman?
someone forgot to send this to us for Halloween. There's a cat. I zoomed in too early. I didn't know how to zoom. So that's
All right.
that's buggered.
Yeah.
Oh, this is good. This is good. This is good, isn't it? I don't know the names of any of the people that did these.
Frida Kahlo.
Well, Frida Kahlo. Okay, here we go. This is good. I could have gone up the nose, but I was a gentleman. I was a gentleman there. Look at that magnificent beast.
Wow.
Isn't it? Wow. That looks like one of Animal Quackers. I'll show you Animal Quackers. Is that Gatford on the left? I think that's Gatford as Blofeld.
come on.
I think it's Gatford as Blofeld. Oh, little baby. Hello, baby. Hello, baby.
Oh,
We're going in. We're going deep. Blofeld. Blofeld, thank you, Joe. It's Blofeld. Of course it's Blofeld. There we go. Look at you beautiful. I think that might be Vix's cat. Because I thought, look at that. I love a black cat.
It's a classic. It's a design classic.
I love the black cat. I'm a sucker. Right up the nasal cavity.
Oh.
I had to.
That cat's gone a bit wrong.
I had to. That's it. Here we go. Here we go. We're going in.
You look like Doc Brown.
Yeah, I do. Going right in there on the monobrow. Here we go. The cat. That's a beauty. That is a beauty.
I do like cats.
They're so much better than humans. There we go. Let's just go.
Is that Willow?
There There we go. That's the gallery. That's this week's gallery.
I like them. There's a lot of classical references.
A lot. Please don't be a dick, guys.
Stop it.
Please do not be a dick. But call us.
Resist the urge to be dick.
Dan says not enough dogs for me. That was all I really
We've
wanted
got all
to
the dogs we were given.
I wanted to. Well, actually, no.
Oh.
I wanted to put more dogs in, but we just didn't have time.
Just don't like them.
We just didn't. I don't like them. I don't
Doorbells.
like them. What? Sorry, what was that, Sadiq?
Doorbells.
What did you say? Doorbells.
Stetson.
I misheard you. 0203.
Da 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 da.
Stick
It's
it up
the
your
gallery.
beanhole.
See the way our minds go to different things.
I'm thinking of beanholes.
And I'm thinking of the gallery.
24/7. 0203 286 6370 is the telephone
You're
number.
very sibilant in my ears.
Does anyone know, please, how to change one's username in Patreon? Maybe because I joined with my PayPal, so it's my real name. Oh, no. I don't know. By the way, if you have joined up to the Patreon, you can link it to Discord. There's a private chat channel in... can we time John Pad out, please? I can't stand cats. They eat little birds. I had a pheasant in my car today, a lady pheasant. I drove past
A pheasantess.
It was sat in the road, and I was off to visit my mum, who I've not seen for a couple of weeks. She's in a care home. And I saw her and I thought, well, I'll leave that. And then I got to the end of quite a long road. I thought, oh, Jesus Christ, I can't.
Oh, loves the animals.
Oh, so I went back and it was still sat there, and I went and picked it up. It was alive, and I came put it next to my car, and I thought it was going to die. I was going to snap its neck. I thought, I can't do that. So I put it in the car. I thought, well, listen, I'm going to go to my mum's, and if it's still alive at the end of that.
It's a sign.
It perked up. By the time I got to my mum's, it perked up. But I went and saw my mum. I said, I don't know if it's still alive. And I came back to the car. It had perked up. It was fine. I thought, right, I'll take it to Tiggy Winkles. I took it to Tiggy Winkles. 2 minutes from Tiggy Winkles, the brilliant Tiggy Winkles, Tiggy Winkles, it died. And then they said, well, we can't take a dead bird. She said, if you go and just put it in a hedgerow.
Nature will do its thing.
Nature will do its thing. And, so it did, and nature did its thing. I fucked it.
Whoa, stop.
So-
No, come on, that's too much.
Is that too much?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's too much.
That's too much?
Yeah.
Nope.
I don't like it.
Okay.
Don't.
Nope.
Red card.
Katherine, why is it saying that?
It's because you've been a dick.
So, here's the thing. 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, you're very, very welcome to. You'd be very welcome to. Tier 3s, this Sunday, 5 o'clock?
I'm doing now.
Okay. Is the last ever Tier 3 stroke mods. That was on pheasant. It makes it worth it for that, even though it's
No, it doesn't.
No.
I think you're disgusting. I think you're a filthy animal.
Nature was this Sunday at 5 p.m. is the last ever Tier 3 production and mod meeting. We're doing it at 5 o'clock. Why are we doing it at 5 o'clock?
Now on the telly?
Because of our good friend Gemma.
Oh, yeah.
Who's in the United States of America.
Woohoo!
And we always do it really early. And so we're doing it at 5 o'clock so that Gemma can make. I bet she doesn't come this time. She'll be there. And so it's the last one. So it's the last one. So I'll send out links like Saturday.
Gemma, I done a stupid this afternoon.
Oh, let's get close up on
I
Katherine.
done a stupid. Posted all the cards apart from the one for Jenna and Jimbo because you hadn't signed it. I need
I
you
don't
to
wanna
sign
sign it. I
it.
don't
You
like
got to
these
sign
guys.
it. You got to sign it.
Okay.
So I'll get that sorted tonight, and I'll put it in the post tomorrow. Yeah. And I also put yours.
Wait for this.
in the post, Gemma.
Wait for this. This is terrible.
But here's the thing that happened. Iain had put stamps on them all, apart from yours, obviously, because you're in America. I just had a big pile of them. I'd have whacked them all in the box. So yours is lost. So we're going to do another one, and it'll be better.
Well-
because I don't think mine. It was a very good one anyway. You would have liked it.
So check your whispers. You'll have a check. So Sunday, 5 o'clock UK time. We're gonna have the last ever Tier 3 production meeting. If you want to carry on, if you want to come to any more meetings from July onwards, you've got to sign up to Patreon to I think it's the £20 tier. So it's expensive. It's an expensive one, But what is it? It's less than a tier 3 here. Tier 3 here's 25 quid.
Oh.
So we're actually making the production meetings cheaper.
Actually, you're saving money, in a way.
There we go. Good evening, caller.
Weird way.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hi. You know, I'm just phoning because you mentioned a moment ago about having trouble sleeping, you know, making you ratty.
Didn't say it made me ratty.
It's making me ratty.
It's making Katherine ratty. But I don't know if that's what's making her ratty, because how would you explain it for the other 45 years?
Genetics.
Definitely genetics. Maybe
Will you two pack that in? Sorry, continue, caller.
It's okay. No, you know, I'm a barber by trade, and I've not worked for a lot of the year.
Oh. Okay.
And
Have you not been doing? Because I know people that have had hooky barbers visit. Have you? Come on, be honest.
Bad barbers.
No, you know, I haven't. I'm lucky enough to be in a position where I didn't necessarily need to, but at the same time, you'd be surprised how many people crawl out the woodwork that never asked for a haircut before. You know, people from school.
It doesn't surprise me at all. I bet there are shed loads.
Yeah, hundreds.
Yeah,
hundreds. Just people from school, you know, that you haven't seen since, you know, decades ago.
I wrote to my old school yesterday.
Sorry,
I wrote to my old school yesterday.
Okay, go on. What did you say?
I have an amends to make to a teacher there.
Oh, right, okay.
So I wrote saying when I was at this school, I didn't say this, but when I was at school, I was very rude. I was horrible to this teacher, and I wondered if you had any contact details for them, because I would like to apologise and make amends. It's not a fun story, but it shows you that I'm a great guy.
Well, you're trying.
Yeah, well.
Let's get back to you, the caller, please.
I think we all have teachers like that.
I'm not in a background.
Yeah.
I've got teachers that owe me an apology.
That's old news.
So what I was going to say before was
yes,
about trouble sleeping, because I'm like a night person. So when I'm not working, my pattern shifts completely. So I'm awake during the night time, and then I'm getting up in the afternoon. So. But I didn't want the first lockdown was really hard.
Who is it? What's going on?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Hello?
Away you go.
Go on. So you're awake at night?
Yeah, sorry. So I had to try and build a routine, because I've suffered from insomnia in the past and anxiety and things that, tend to keep me awake when I should be sleeping. And, it was quite, in a weird way, it was quite good this time around, because I managed to train myself.
Can I just say now, I just feel that we're building up to are we building up to a punchline?
No, I wish I was. I wish I had a
true
punchline.
story. Okay, let's go for it.
This is an absolute true story, I promise.
Let's go for it. I'm in.
I tried reading, but when, I don't know about you guys, but when my anxiety is real high, I struggle to concentrate on the books. I'm reading the words, but nothing is going in. It's just going.
I'm there.
So, tried that, nothing. In the end, it was I tried, I started drinking more herbal tea, chamomile, stuff like that, just as a ritual. And I found the ritual of if I did it every day at the same time, the ritual of doing it was enough.
I'm a big fan of rituals.
My brain.
Yeah, rituals I think have, this is why in magic, I'm not saying this is magic, but in magic there are rituals. In church there are rituals. In AA meetings there are rituals. I like rituals. They create a vibe.
Yeah. For sure. Even, I used to smoke, but I don't smoke anymore. But, for me, often it wasn't even the smoking. It was the ritual of rolling a cigarette. You get addicted to rituals. And the more you do them, the more it just becomes habitual. So,
Habitual ritual. By the way, if there's not an album called Habitual Ritual, then Jesus Christ, what was music doing in the 1970s?
Yeah.
So are you sleeping better now?
Sleeping better, Ian. Sleeping better, thank you.
Good.
I'm working again now. It's nice to go to sleep and actually be tired again. So
I know. Do you know what? That's an excellent point. There a lot of people will not have had for a year the tiredness of either a full day's work or the full day's work and the travel to and from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even if you're working from home, it's a different kind of experience to going to work and coming back. So that makes a really good point.
Huge as well, because you know, that time, that 45 minutes or however long it takes you to come home, it was kind of wind down time too. You know, I listen to a podcast or an album or something. By the time I get home, you know, my brain is ready for, you know, dinner, shower, bed, you know. But when you're at home all day, it's all just blur. It's all a blur. It's all one.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. What's big at the moment in the world of hair?
What's big? I mean, apart from your barnet.
Get out of it, piece of trash.
I've noticed that what's big at the moment is like the hair beret, where you kind of shave it off till there.
No.
And then you just got a little flat there.
I was tempted to go for a little trim this weekend. I thought, fuck it, who cares? So that's a great story. We got withheld calls.
They're always a lot of fun.
I'm going to turn it down so you can't hear them in case they're a dirty racist. Hello, caller. Yes? Yes? Sorry?
I want to know why you said quetiapine is a mood stabiliser.
Because I was told that by my doctor. You're telling me it's not? You're going to tell me it's an anti-epileptic drug or something?
No, it's an antipsychotic drug.
What the hell? Yes, it is. I think you're right.
So why did you say it was a mood stabiliser?
Because, you know,
Are you
drugs...
suggesting
Hang
that
on.
he was trying to hide the truth? Why?
Well, you're hiding the truth by calling from a withheld number.
Just thing to put out there if he's actually taking antipsychotic drug.
Well,
And that's
don't
a
be so
mood
silly. Here's the thing. You know, drugs can be used. You won't know this because you're a dick. You know, drugs can be used for more than you know. Drugs can be used for more than one thing, right? So one of those drugs, I can't remember which one, is an anti-epileptic. I think it's the first one I mentioned. It's an anti-epileptic. But if you lessen the dose, it's a mood stabilizer. And quetiapine, it may be an antipsychotic. They can't hear you, so there's no point in talking. No. I'm afraid it doesn't work like that. Goodbye.
You know, when someone asks a question when they really don't want to ask a question, they're trying to expose.
That guy calls in a lot. He's horny for me. And he's horny for me because I'm a little bit nuts as well. It is an antipsychotic, but I don't think he knows what... Emsy plays this here. I don't think he knows what antipsychotics mean. It doesn't mean you're like a psychotic that goes around killing people. And if you lower the dose, it's also a mood stabilizer. For bipolar, which I have. I have bipolar, which we used to call manic depression. The point the guy's trying to make, it calls in all the time, is I guess that I'm nuts.
That you're psychotic.
But even if I was psychotic, I wouldn't have a problem with saying that. I don't judge anybody for their mental health situations, unlike that caller. And that's a very old-fashioned kind of attitude. Withholding his number... You had no idea that bipolar used to be called manic depression. Yeah. The mania and the low. And they changed it to bipolar in sort of the mid-70s. The book I just read, An Unquiet Mind. She's a psychiatrist? Not quite sure. She's not a psychiatrist. She's something. And she talks... The book was written, I can't remember when, but in the late 70s, maybe, early 80s. And it was the 90s it came out. But she writes about how she was unhappy with the change of the title from manic depressive to bipolar. The guy's calling back from a withheld number.
You know why? Because he requires this department.
Yeah, you did, because I tell you what, you call back without withholding your number and I'll happily talk to you. Until then, I'll go off. 0203 286. You didn't hear that. He said, hello, mate, did we get cut off then? We didn't get cut off. They got cut off. 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. We are macking Show tonight, huh? Mm-hmm. We are macking Show tonight. The real Iain Morris is here. Is it the real Iain Morris? It's not my Iain Morris. Do you know how I know? Don't spell his name like that. But there's another Iain Morris, and that is great.
Then that's the real one.
Yeah. Oh, what? Huh?
Yeah.
Emsy's here. Emsy's here. Lovely to see you, Emsy.
Pure Blood 86. I've been taking quetiapine for 8 years now. It's used for a lot more things than psychosis.
And here's the thing as well. Thank you for sharing that, but you don't need to. I didn't need to explain my medication or justify it to an anonymous troll, an online bully. I don't need to. I chose to because this is all very new for me. This is very exciting, and I like to just get line my thoughts up in a row. But you don't need, I'm not talking to all of you, we don't need to justify ourselves to anybody.
Imagine.
Isn't that amazing?
Imagine what kind of happy life you must lead to spend your Friday nights watching someone that annoys you.
Yeah.
And to decide to phone them up, to own them about their mental health in their home.
But watches all the time.
Yeah.
Wow. But we don't need to justify anything except to ourselves. Except to ourselves. Maybe our doctor, maybe our partner, maybe your God. That's it. You choose. When I was on... he's calling in again. I'm not going to answer again. If you call him from without a withheld number, I'll happily take your call. When I was on the Matthew Wright show and they stitched me up and wanted to talk about my divorce despite 4 times them asking and being told no.
I do wonder how much pressure was being put on those researchers.
Oh, he was being a shit. I've made up with him now, but he was being a shit. So, excuse my cursing. I'm going to cut the cursing. And the argument was it was a point of public interest to talk about my divorce. Well, that's nonsense. But also, and his argument was, but you've spoken about it on your radio show. I get to choose when I speak about my divorce. I get to choose when I speak about my mental health. I get to choose when I speak about me. Just because I've spoken about it in another forum, be that on the radio show, in an article, a podcast, doesn't mean it's up for grabs by anyone else. I get to choose. Now, if I'm going on a show, when I came out as bisexual, I got offered £1,000 to go on Loose Women, £1,000 to go on Lorraine, I think, or Lorraine maybe wanted to pay less, I can't remember. Anyway, and I said, no, I'm not interested. And then I went on Good Morning Britain a few weeks later, and Ben Shepherd came in and said, well done on coming out, it must be great. We talked about it. He said, they're asking if you would talk about it on the show. Would you mind? I said, no, not a problem. And I'd agree, and because he asked me, and
you felt like up to it on the day.
I felt up to it on the day. It was my decision. Had they sprung it on me on the show, I would have done. Do I want to talk about this? Yes. Okay, fine. Do I not want to talk about this? No. It's not open for comment. And that's one of those things. And I've done interviews years ago where I would ask stuff that was out in the public domain, thinking it was okay. It's up to you. It's up to me. It's up to you about what we talk about and when we talk about it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. It's out in the. But you spoke about it on your radio show. I chose to speak about it in an environment that I was more in control of than your show, Matthew. So no, it's not up.
But here's
grabs.
the difference: you do not owe it to anyone to talk about that stuff. You didn't owe it to him. You are not someone who has peddled your family in magazines. No. You know, some people think that's fine. You've never put your kids' names out there. You've never put your wife's name out there.
No, I never said her name. And a stab at it popped up in another news story. Oh, should we have a look at... Alistair, I saw you called. I'm going to play some ads. No ads from July the 1st, if we stick on Twitch. We're not sure yet. But there was a story, because I was in the Paul Chowdhury podcast, right? Yeah. And I forgot... I did it.
You did it ages ago.
Did it ages ago. And
you just put it out again?
It just came out for the first time.
Oh, really?
Just came out for the first time yesterday or today.
Okay.
And I think he's so good. I think he's so funny and so clever. But I'd forgotten what I'd spoken about. I said, I don't know. And then I was reminded when someone sent me a link for the Daily Mail about what I'd spoken about. Iain Lee admits he felt bitterness. He felt bitter when his co-stars... oh, for goodness sakes, please, go away. When his co-stars Ricky Gervais and Sacha Baron Cohen's careers took off while he took a nosedive into drugs and struggled with his bisexuality. So that all came out. Look at that great picture. That was in the Cigar Club in Percy Street. Look at these boys. Look at these boys.
Children.
So that goes on.
Also, it's not the first time you've discussed that.
I talked about it for ages. There we go. It was, that's an advert. I can't be bothered. So yeah, that goes on. Look at that. That was, guys, this was when Victor Lewis Smith described me as cadaverous. Accurate. This was like the not quite the peak. I had another year. Of insane use there. Anyway, so let's read the comments on this. 'Cause I love the comments on the Mail Online. I love them. It's only 8 comments, guys. It won't take long, and I bet they're all supportive. Jim, always easy to blame others.
He's from the land of hope and glory, United Kingdom.
I didn't blame. But if you read the article or listen to the podcast at least, I didn't blame others. I said it was misplaced anger and jealousy, but I took full responsibility. I love it.
They haven't listened to it.
No, of course not. Loser. His radio show was terrible, says the bee lady. Goading callers, calling one a C.
Didn't happen.
Well, it did actually. It was
off air.
No, it did. Yeah. Well, no, it did.
No, but not on the radio, and that's something that people have got from a shit stirrer.
Okay, let's be careful. Gibbering rubbish and shouting arguments. The same few callers at the time. 5 minutes was enough.
Seem to have listened to quite a bit.
Rainbow 4. I love this. I'm in a great place at this. As a celebrity, how do you deal with this type of crap? It depends, MZ. This precise second in time, I'm impenetrable. In the past, I wasn't, and it hurt a lot. But this precise second in time, voila. That's because he came across as a total crybaby, always feeling sorry for himself and moaning. Rose Lloyd, he's 1,000 times funnier than Baron Cohen. There's still time for a comeback, Iain. Maverick 5, geez, this guy never shuts up! User been banned 500 times boo-hoo. User's quite a good name. Has he got a show at the moment? I can't keep track. Yes, I do. It's this show.
This guy's called Peanus.
Peanus from Upper Bonking. Very funny man. Needs to be on telly more. Octavia, gorgeous man. Well done for coming clean. That's like 60-40 in from dickheads to that. That's unusual.
Yeah.
That's unusual. I love it. How did you cope with this? It used to hurt, right? It used to hurt a lot. And sometimes it still can. You get me on a bad day. It still can, but actually not that often anymore. Even when I'm really down, it isn't. By the way, we are June the 2nd. June the 2nd. Gingerbeard, no one writes anything about my interviews with you. Come on anytime so you want. No one's watching. Let's get a shout out for Gingerbeard Mark, who does interviewed us and some great people. His channel is great. June the 2nd, it will be a year to the day since I last looked at Digital Spy.
Why would you look at that crap?
Upper Bonking in Shadforthshire. Okay, that's fine, thank you. A year to the day since I last looked at Digital Spy. What a world we live in. Liam's called. We have to get to Liam. He's got something he wants to share with us. Exciting news. MZ signed up to our Patreon, by the way.
Ah, thanks, MZ.
Thank you.
Hello.
Liam.
Hey. How are you doing?
Yeah.
All right, what's shaking?
Huh?
What have you got for us?
Well, I wanted to mention this idea that I've got in a couple of months.
Well, you can mention it in a couple of months if you want.
No. But it's going to be 500 miles in 4 days.
You're going to do what with it?
I'm going to do 500 miles.
What do you mean do it, though? But what does do 500 miles mean? I don't know what that
sing
means.
that Proclaimers song? So that you could do it quite quick.
No, I'm going to be like walking, riding, rowing. And...
Wheelbarrowing. Are you going to do the wheelbarrow?
Not past your mum's house.
No,
do people still do the wheelbarrow? I don't mean as a position in the bedroom. I mean, wheelbarrow.
Yeah. I bet you're not allowed.
Probably not allowed these days.
Fall on your face. My experience.
I don't. No, I mean like actual like rowing.
Rowing?
What? Yeah.
What for though? What for, Liam?
For charity.
Oh Jesus! Forget charity. Charity's doing fine. Do it for you. Raise some money for you, Liam. Charity is doing fine. There are saps everywhere, probably in the chat right now, that have given to charity today. Screw charity. Do it for you, Liam.
Yeah.
Buy yourself a nice car, a nice hat. Get a book. I don't know. Get a gold. Get something. Get a gold. Get a gold. Do something for you, buddy.
Yeah. There's a charity near me that's called Bearded Fisherman. It's for mental health.
Okay.
And basically, we at my college helped raise some money before.
Be careful, chagga chagga woo woo, because you're an anti-vaxxer. Yes.
To help raise to get a van so they could travel around to people.
Okay.
And that van recently got burnt by someone. Someone set fire to it. Wow. And now again that they're struggling for money.
Okay.
So
okay. Well, you're going to do that. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great work. You're a good person. You're a good human being, Liam. May the gods bless you. That's wonderful news. We missed a phone call.
I hope everyone was appreciating how much better than you lot he is.
He is, actually. And I was joking. And you're all scum.
Yeah.
And he's a hero.
Yeah.
He's a hero. Emsy plays. I just want to cut your hair and make and shave my beard off, my moustache off, and make a moustache out of Emsy Plays hair and just
Why?
smell. Lick it.
You're being a bit much tonight.
Sorry.
Being a bit extra.
What's that mean?
With the, first of all the pheasant. Now they're cutting off of Emsy's hair and licking it.
I don't want.
What's going on with you? You're a bit randy tonight.
How is that sexual?
Well, where you sold it was, yeah. You were doing close-up licks and stuff.
Jesus. Let me look at you again. What is it?
Why do your eyes
in this?
squish? Why do your eyes squish?
What is this? Hang on a minute. Nice water. What? Sexual?
Licking hair.
You are so. How is that sexual? How is licking hair sexual?
Put it all over your face and that.
What? Do what? I am so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I am so sorry. What's gone into you? What has gone into you?
I'm not again with the questions. Inappropriate.
Jesus, I just
can't say anything, can you?
Right, there's a phone call. Let's take this phone call. Hello, caller. Yes.
Your sister says, "Would you lick my hair then? If not, then it's sexual."
Yes, I would.
Oh.
So
Hello?
now you're perfect. Yes, hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
You're too young.
What?
You're too young.
Am I?
How old are you?
96.
Okay. Well, you're too old.
What's wrong with that?
We don't want any old people on the show. We don't want young people. Get lost, kid.
No.
We don't want any young people. We don't want any old people. Hang on a minute. Look. I got to phone Liam up. What did Liam tell us?
That he was going to do. He's going to buy a minibus on.
He's going to do. Liam told us how many miles is Liam?
500.
Okay. I've just seen the chat. This is controversial. By the way, you got 15. Liam,
what's going
Liam,
on?
you just told us you're doing 500 miles.
Yeah.
And then but then what did you just post in the chat?
Yeah, it's going to be 500 miles.
No. No, come here. No. You said you were going to do 500 miles. Tell me what you just posted in the chat.
That I'm personally going to do 100 to 120. Because someone else put...
That is not what you said.
Goodbye.
What?
Unbelievable.
Right, we take it back. He's not better than you.
He's worse than you. He lied for bearded fishermen. Makes me want to puke. Hello, caller.
I'd like to lick some hair, please.
Can I ask you a question? Is it sexual?
Yes.
Oh, goodbye.
You see?
Nothing. You've got 14 minutes to sign up to our Patreon to be considered. You can sign up after, but to be considered for the prize draw, which we're going to do live on this stream after this show. Katherine and I are making a cameo video for someone who's joined between Wednesday evening and 10 o'clock tonight.
It's happening.
So now is the time to do it. Just check him. There we go. We've got a lot of people sign up. Now is the time to do it. Let's get the link for the Patreon in the chat. Let's get the link for the Patreon in the chat. Hang on a second. Go to bed, little boy.
By the way,
No.
You don't by the way me. I by the way you. I by the way you.
wait, licking someone's hair is not sexual.
Thank you.
Yeah, but
An adult.
You still eat your own bogies, so I'm not taking advice from you.
An adult that agrees with me. 13 minutes to sign up to the Patreon and be considered to be in the draw. Don't worry. Listen, when we get to 500, Jesus. When we get to 500, we're going to do like a handful of draws of different prizes.
Iain, can you respect your elders? He's 96, for Christ's sake.
Thank you, Izzy.
You should be in bed.
Can we ban Twox, please? Thank you. So we get to 400, we're going to have a secret party.
Well, you just told them about it now.
Okay. When we get to 400, we're going to have a private party. A private party. For those patrons. You won't even be charged. You won't even get charged till July the 1st. When we get to 500, this is not going to happen. We will do a series of draws. Come on.
What a radio program.
That's below the belt. That is below the belt. Come on.
Hip, hip, hip.
Thank you. What did you just say, Prince Charles?
Hip, hip, hip.
Doesn't make sense. Yes. No.
No. Do you want to pass some judgments?
Well, we've got our first guest in 10, so it's up to you.
All right, I'll hold fire.
I would suggest that you hold.
But I warn you,
fire.
The longer it takes, the more ratty I'm going to get.
The more I see you, the more I need you. Oh, pretty baby, come on tonight. We watched a little bit of what's the good Pink Panther
Shot in the
film?
Dark.
Shot in the Dark is funny, man.
He splits his trousers.
It's the good Pink Panther film before, although it has got Herbert Lom doing. It's the start of that, but they start getting too silly. I like the silly ones as well. But they get too silly.
There was a good Katoing that happened.
Yeah.
And I liked it when they came back drunk from a very boozy, very dance-heavy night out.
Heavy night out.
Yes. And he split his trousers doing the Russian dance.
It was funny.
And then he says, "No, you are not going to look at me going up the stairs, you nutter thing."
It's a funny film. I might watch it at the weekend. Hello, Alistair. Turn your phone on its side, please.
Hey,
caller.
Alistair, you nutty thing.
There we go. Hello, Jeannie.
I dream of Jeannie.
This is Jeannie.
with a-
It's finally been established. Her name is Jeannie.
How are we spelling that?
Well, I'm spelling it Jeannie.
Okay. Noted. I'm going to put that in my records.
I would put another N in there, but that's by the by. It's not my cat.
No.
So thank you for the postcard, guys.
Oh, it arrived.
Gemma's
won't.
I've read it to Jeannie, and she just looked at me blankly.
Mm.
Well, she's an arrogant little C-A-T, as they all are. So good for her. Look at her. Jeannie. Hello. Oh, look, I love it because she's got quite an angular face. My cats have got very round faces.
Yeah.
And hers is quite angular and pointed. I love it. Oh, she's a stunner, man.
And she's sitting on your lap there.
So lucky,
like
and
Catherine's cat.
hope that you're getting your new kitten, Catherine, goes well.
Oh, it's going to be June. I have to wait. Absolute torture, but what a lovely thing to look forward to. I cannot wait.
I love a bit of cat bum.
Grab pussy.
Okay. Again with the Randy.
Iain, are you getting any more cats?
No,
Or is
I
that
am
it?
not. No. 5 is too many. I already think my neighbours don't like it. I've got 5. 5 is too many. That's the limit. We ain't going any. Even though if Bigger Boy comes round and gives birth, that all of them are going.
Grand. Okay, well, I just thought I'd say hello. But I don't know whether you've had any posts today, but...
Oh, we have got posts. That's a good point. We'll do that a little bit later on. We have got some posts. Thank you for reminding me.
Something specials coming to you in the post.
Is it? It's not a deposit, is it?
A cat poo.
No, it's not a deposit as such. No.
Oh.
As such, that makes me think of semen.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So we can clone.
Yeah.
Or you can be impregnated with.
I think it'd be off.
Alistair's semen. Okay. Thank you, Alistair. You are lovely to see you so happy. Bigger Boy. No, Gatford, if you're a true fan of the show, you know that Bigger Boy has been back since a cat was killed.
Yeah.
If you were a true fan of the show, which you are not, sweet Lord, we need to get an update. We've got 8 minutes to go on the Patreon competition. We should get an update on. Here's the drum roll.
Can't wait.
Knockers are better.
That's the wrong drum roll. Here we go. Let's go. Here we go. Oh, plug it in. Plug it in. Plug it in. Oh, plug it in. There we go. $370. Oh, it's happening. Hang on. Hang on. Don't stop the thing. Hang on. No, let's make it worse, Katherine. Here we go.
Give us the meat. I think it's broke.
Fixed it.
You are sleeping. You do not want to believe. You are sleeping. You do not want to believe. You are sleeping.
Can anyone else
you
hear
do
that?
not want to believe.
I had ASMR today.
Did you?
A song played. I found my old iPod. It's not quite as old as I thought it was. I've updated it in the last 4 years, but I found my old iPod. And a song came on. There's an album. Oh, this album, and I stole it when I worked at XFM. No one else knows the album. No one else knows it. The guy went on to become the keyboard player for Oasis Mark II. The album's called Disorganized by Morgan. Oh, geez, it's an album. Anyway, I forgot it. The song popped up on Shuffle. And then I played the song Miss Park. Oh, God. I hadn't heard this song for so long. And it was there were like 4 tracks on this album I used to play like 30 or 40 or 50 times. And I just keep playing it. Because it was every time there was something new, right? And there's this song Miss Parker. And I forgot how amazing it was. For me, no one else knows it. And when I play it to people, they go...
Cody Draven knows it, or so they
Miss
claim.
Parker.
Quick, better be quiet. Here comes Miss Parker.
No one else knows it, apart from Cody Raven. And I got ASMR all the way up, and then I burst into tears. I'm a bit nuts at the moment. I'm psychotic.
And windy.
It won't be on. It couldn't be on Spotify. It's one. You know, there's no great lost albums anymore. Forever Changes, that one by Millennium, all of that stuff. This is the last great lost album. It's not on there. So we go to YouTube. There's last time I looked, there was a little bit on YouTube. I'll get Jem's coming up soon. We've got 5 minutes. We'll get the links for his book as well. Let's see what I've been looking for and what my kids have been looking for.
My youngest keeps switching my YouTube account to hers. So I'll go on and go, what the hell is all this?
I mean, this is... all right. Paul McCartney's best bass lines. I love some of that. I've not seen that. Right, so Morgan, Miss Parker. Won't be on there.
Is this going to make you tingle then cry again?
This song... You're going to hate this song.
I didn't realize how many mistakes I was making in English until I started to use Grammarly.
Everyone's
it's like having
going to
a
hate
proofreader and an
this
English teacher right there.
song.
Speaking English is...
Now, I can't work out what is real. Is this a real kid talking?
It's the G and the W coming at you with the flavour.
Sounds like a kid to me.
But it's so good.
LBD, kid, coming at you. Woo, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, Jesus, it It's honestly.
This is the Wednesday lesson. Miss Parker Geography every day, all
Miss Parker
day,
Geography.
every day. We love
Every
you.
day, all
You
day,
better
every day.
respect the music coming at you because we're gonna get done any minute.
Oh God, we've got to stop it because we'll play it. Oh jeez, it's so good. It's on Spotify. Is the album on Spotify? Is the album on Spotify? Morgan Miss Parker. Oh God! Whoa!
What the hell?
Whoa! Holy shit! Holy shit! The album's on Spotify. Oh my God! This was the hit. Listen to this.
Sitting in the sun, I feel it is the day has just begun.
It's his younger brother on tape in the back of maths class. That's the story I made up in my head. It's real. Listen to this is great. This is a great song. Oh God, I love this album so much. It's on Spotify. I can spread the word, right? Oh Jesus, this is so good. Honestly, I'm having a religious moment. This has got a really my favourite types of songs.
Awkward verse,
catchy chorus. Oh, listen to this. Listen to this. Then Jem, we're going to come to you, brother.
I don't have to move. I can
Oh
do next
God,
to
honestly, this enthusiasm. This is
nothing.
the greatest album, the great lost album.
Go read the mood. See what the sunlight will bring.
Here we go. We're not getting to the chorus yet. We've got a little bit more to go. Listen to you. This. Hang on. She's going to go low in a minute. She goes low. It's uncomfortably low.
You give me the sign.
Oh, isn't it?
I give you my order.
It's uncomfortable. Here comes a chorus though.
Glass of white wine.
Here we go. Oh.
More could I ask for? I can do anything. Do what I like.
You feel it?
Say how I feel. Say it right. Say it loud.
Yeah. I don't think I feel it quite as tindy.
We got to go to our guests.
I don't feel the urge to cry, but I get it.
Can we cancel our guest? No, we're not going to cancel Jem. God's sakes. We're playing Miss Parker in a bit. Honestly.
Just hold it in.
Let's be quick. We got to get our guest. We're late. Dave, if you're there, I don't suppose you could find the link for the book. Good job. I'm so busy doing this. We're going to sign in. Oh, God, we got to sign in. You're a pleasure. Your pleasure. You are pleasure in this is glorious. Zoe, I expected better from you. Katherine?
Oh,
I expected better from you.
Well.
And by the way, that pleasure is genuine. It's genuine enthusiasm.
Oh, hi, it's Dan says, do you know about the Shags, Ian? Interested in story behind the weird music. We know about the Shags.
Can we have one of the Shags on?
Yeah.
I think we have one of the Shags on. Yeah. We got one of Fanny coming on in a bit. Join with computer audio. Where's Jem? I want to get Jem. I need to change this because it's been set for my life. Microphone, speakers, camera. Let me get the links up for Jem's book. It's a great book. Now, last time he came on...
Yeah, I remember.
It was a nightmare. It was an absolute bloody nightmare. Technical issues. He has assured me there will be no technical issues this time. Except from our side. Hey.
Come on, guys, focus.
Hey. You had Dot Wiggin. We did have Dot Wiggin. Thank you. Here we go. And he's assured us no technical issues. He promised me. He said, Ian, there will be this way. No, hang on a minute. We're going to have to go here and we're going to go here. Oh.
Why did you use the term technical issues?
Hang on a minute, Jem. We do not see you. Hello, Jem. No, you promised us no technical issues.
It's true. It's true. No technical issues.
Let's just see, because last time we were saying was a car crash.
I forgot to flick the spigot properly.
There you go. You see, we can see. So you've bought a computer.
Well, actually, I was given one, but that's another story.
That's.
Hello.
It's nice to see you, brother. I'm sorry about last week. We just thought I can't do the show, and also tonight we got June on from Fanny.
Well, indeed, yes.
It's some night for music. How are you doing? How's everything going?
Well, if I'm looking a little bit worn out, I'm keeping myself perked up. Got tea and all sorts for you guys, but. I've just had my first ever virtual audience experience and I'm sorry I haven't a clue recording this evening. And
wow.
Obviously I love I'm sorry I haven't a clue, but it's been 3+ hours of recording and laughing and clapping.
How many episodes are recorded?
Beg pardon?
How many episodes are recorded?
Well, there's only 6 episodes of series,
right.
So they record 2 a night.
2 a night, okay.
So, but they kind of really overran, and obviously, with Jack D in charge and everything, it was. It's been a very, very long evening, but a perfect way to end it. Thank you for having me. It's
lovely to have you on board, and boy, oh boy, can you? This is rude of me. Could you move out of the way? I want to see your walls.
Oh, why wouldn't you?
That's some walls you've got up there. Look at that.
And sadly, all shortly to be pulled down to moving house. So
no.
Come apart, but you've still got to find room for all your musical instruments and all that kind of thing.
Is that a real Hofner? No, that's not.
No, it's absolutely not.
Okay,
no.
good. Okay,
good. It's the Beatles rock band thing, and I threw most of it away, but I couldn't throw that away.
Isn't the opening, like 3 or 4, it's so long since I've seen it, the opening kind of animation to that.
Beautiful.
It is,
where they end up there, there's an elephant leading a parade, and they get... Isn't it incredible?
You could watch an entire film of that, really, couldn't you? It's just like kind of... Robert Zemeckis was going to remake Yellow Submarine. And you don't want that. You just want to watch the full version of that rock band animation.
We're going to be, as we're chatting, you're going to see me typing stuff, and it's very simply me just posting your links in the chat while we're talking. And the book Fab Fools, we love the Beatles. We have Mike McCartney on a lot, and Fab Fools is the kind of comedy side of the Beatles, the last great Beatles taboo.
Well, the X Factor, I would say it's really kind of gone by the wayside. So this is trying to reclaim that.
You look at the press conferences, and which is for the early ones are very funny. The later ones, look, if I'd have said television or anything else, you'd have gotten away with it. The later ones are really miserable, and you can't imagine the Rolling Stones joshing around like that. There are some of kind of like Jerry and the Pacemakers and Herman's Hermits, but it's forced. Even the Monkees press conferences, you think, guys, come on, just relax. Don't stop trying to be the Beatles.
Well, exactly. They went from gags to very, very long, very quotable, especially on misleading and misattributed Twitter memes, very long speeches. But there's a very good one. Sorry to bang on about this, but on the trailer,
sell the hell out of it. By the way, I've read this. This is a great Beatles book. You think you know everything about the Beatles, but how much do you really know? To quote something from a podcast.
Well, there was a trailer for it, and there was a lovely clip from a documentary that John Lennon had made with Victor Spinetti back in the 60s about a play they put on at the National Theatre. And it's a very... I actually went to the BFI. Annoyingly, it's one of those things, you find this a lot if you're an archivist and you write about TV or comedy or whatever. You could spend years trading VHSs and trying to find this rare stuff, and then, it's on YouTube. Yeah. But I went down into the bowels of the BFI to find the full documentary of Victor Spinetti and John Lennon being interviewed for this BBC thing. And there's this one clip, speaking of, much more depressing John Lennon interviews, there's this one clip where he goes, "Universal sorrow just hits you like that." on a daily basis, and that's why we all need to laugh and smile, and you need that, otherwise you'd go absolutely insane.
Yeah.
And Christ, he was saying that 55 years ago. It's just like, almost thank God you're not here, because, well, you could certainly try and make us smile anyway. But smiling was always the whole Yoko John thing.
I imagine Lennon would be an absolute nightmare on Twitter. I imagine it would be Lennon at his worst. He had a great. He was brilliant, but he was also an arsehole sometimes, quite often actually. And I think that Twitter would have been that side we'd have seen a lot.
As long as he didn't turn into Van Morrison, I think it wouldn't really matter.
You read the 1-star review of the Van Morrison album.
Is this the one
on the Guardian
where he's done a song with Eric Clapton as well?
I think Clapton. There's a song in there called "Why Are You on Facebook." We'll read the review. It's such a brilliant review. Have you read it, Jem? You must have seen it.
I did. I read it earlier today. Yes,
isn't
indeed.
it? It's such a great review. It compares the album to like your parents inviting around their racist next door neighbour for dinner.
So they didn't like it?
Tinfoil millinery is the line, Cock Bongo. You're correct.
He used to live around here, Van Morrison. He's sort of one of these legendary figures that a lot of people seen them, but they never ever saw him smile.
Who is it? There was a quote that was doing on Twitter. I don't know who it's from, but there are those people that like Van Morrison, and there are those that have met him.
Exactly.
The book is called Fab Fools, and we're going to keep posting the link. And this is Jem Roberts who wrote it, and it is a joy. I even read it on PDF format, which is so not my thing, but it was so good. And I love books about the Beatles, and this is kind of. It feels like someone will find something else, but it feels like the last side of the Beatles that hasn't been looked at.
That's an interesting point. I mean, I'd like to believe that there is a whole new angle, but I just really cannot fathom it. It's almost like trying to imagine a new industry to take the place and offer work. It's just like there is no such thing. Our brains cannot be. And my position was
trousers. The Beatles shoes and the Beatles trousers. It's coming next.
I thought something to do with tight trousers. Yes, indeed. But no, I mean, it's not. It's not. Bragging too much to say that. I've been writing about comedy for nearly 15 years, and I've done big things like I did the Blackadder book, and I did Hitchhiker's Guide, the official Douglas Adams book, all this stuff, and they're big things. But this is sort of the biggest thing in entertainment there ever was, and it was just shocking that it hadn't been done properly. Or properly in any way, and I'd sworn off buying these books. There's just too many Beatle books, and they are my religion, but still, I said, unless Paul or Ringo decide to actually put pen to paper properly, not just postcards or Grand Dude, if they were going to write their story, of course I'll buy those Beatle books. I'll buy Grand Dude as well. It's great. Peace and love. I just didn't think there was anything left to say. And then suddenly this is just this whole different angle. And it's such an important angle because, as you say, Ian, it's just constant. There is no reaching in this. I don't have to kind of try and make this kind of point because it was just trying to fit everything in, from Morecambe and Wise to Monty Python to the Rattles to Peter Serafinowicz and... in fact, now you've got me back on. I should explain to any confused people tuning in that you did very sweetly have me on when this first came out for pre-orderers.
Yeah.
And now it's in shops. That's why you're so nicely having me back here, because it is, you can go into actual real shops now and buy Fab Fools.
But they're still doing it. They're still funny. We played I mean, it's probably a few years old now. I think it's Saturday Night Live, where it's Paul and Ringo, and Paul's doing I'm the last remaining member of the Beatles, and Ringo
Comic Relief.
Is it Comic Relief? Well, what about me? I'm one of the last remaining members of the Beatles, and it's so delicious. It's so funny. There's still that kind of comedy, particularly when the two get together. More so when the two get together. There's still this kind of joshing.
And there was that exchange that we saw when they were playing on stage.
You're
singing.
They're singing. What would you do if I sang out a tune? Would you stand up and walk out of me? And off mic, Paul goes, "Yep." They're still doing it, man.
But it's that easy humour that goes between friends of long standing, doesn't it? That have been boys together.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there is an element. I know it's a cliche, that kind of scouse stuff as well. Growing up in the 50s, there is that side to it.
Yeah.
Well, before the Beatles, Liverpool was only known for comedians and footballers. Arthur Askey, Ted Ray, all these people. And if you like go just a tiny bit further, really, you've got George Formby and Gracie Fields and, well, Eric Morecambe. You know, they're all from this one massive, if you call it Lancashire, it's all from one tradition. And every single Beatle was totally aware of that and aware of where they were coming from. So it was natural to them.
Of all those famous clips on those old variety shows, and there is kind of a point, I don't know, it was 64, 65, when they could have gone full variety. You know, they're doing those awful kind of Shakespeare sketches and the pantomime, and they could have gone full variety. Instead, they kind of went, you know, psychedelic, serious musician. But they could have gone that way. But there's a great one where they're on with Ken Dodd, right? Really early clip where they're on with Ken Dodd, and Ken Dodd's talking about joining the Beatles and all of that stuff. And what's so lovely is Lennon's trying to keep up with him, but then there's just four lads pissing themselves at Ken Dodd and they look like just four kids, and Ken Dodd's really going for it, and then they just stood there laughing at it. Stuff like that is magic, and you don't see any bands at any point just, you know, behaving like that, and it is just them kind of joshing around.
Well, they were having fun. I mean, I got into a bit of trouble actually about that Ken Dodd clip, because it's Gay Byrne and Ken Dodd,
right?
And both of them, as you say, they're just like, come on boys, and like just trying to introduce them, and they're all just like, I don't know. And then the funniest line in the whole thing comes from George Harrison, and I got into trouble about it because I've got to be honest with you, I find it so cringe,
right?
That clip, because the guys are just like, they're not really into. Ken Dodd's doing all this stuff about Charles I, and he's going to write a play about Charles I for them. They don't understand anything Ken's saying, and then they talk about Ken joining the group and coming up with he had to come up with a new name if he was going to join the Beatles, and they suggested something earthy, and George Harrison was the one who just said Ken Sod. And that was the best gag in that whole thing.
He's great.
And it came from George. George usually had the best gag in those days. Even though at the same time, I swear to God, he was definitely the one that stopped all that Shakespearean prancing around and panto stuff. George would be the one who said, that's enough now.
Him and Ringo, very, very dry. You know, Lennon verbose, Paul I felt would kind of struggle a little bit in keeping up with the kind of the funny stuff, but George was very, very dry. I've just posted a link, by the way, because got some people going, who's this? This is Jem Roberts. He's written a brilliant book, Fab Fools, about the comedy of the Beatles. By the way, I think you've sold about 3 copies of the Fry and Laurie book tonight as well. People,
that's good.
I didn't know I've written a book about Fry and Laurie.
Unbound Publishing will be absolutely staggered to suddenly think, oh Christ, we'll have to go and print some more.
But you focused on this because you felt this was kind of the last corner of Beatledom that hadn't been touched.
I think one of the main reasons, really, that you get stuck into writing these books, it's certainly not for money. It's just to fill a gap on the shelves. It's because it's wrong that a book doesn't exist, and you've got to do it. But then it does become that if anyone's going to do it, I'm going to screw it up. Yeah. That's really that's why I started out. As I say, I'm sorry I haven't a clue. My very first book in 2017 was the Clue Bible. It was the official story of I'm sorry I'm a Clue, and I'm sorry I read that again. And just because, as a fan, I mean, I've been performing comedy for a very long time, and I was also a journalist in my day job, and I just bought books on comedy and got quite angry about them. This is a very naughtiest thing, you know, in the days of comedy forums, pre-social media and everything, just getting angry about these things. And I just knew, I loved I'm Sorry I'm a Clue so much, Samantha, Mornington Crescent, and I just knew somebody was going to come along and write a juggernaut that would just trample it. So it was purely out of love. Mm-hmm. It sounds a little bit arrogant, but just because I knew, you know, where all the pitfalls were, and I wanted to preserve it. So that's what I've always done. But I never really thought the world needed another book on the Beatles. It just so happens that this is my area. And I think one of the things that made me think, no, this really needs to happen is the Morecambe and Wise sketch, the fantastic on Moonlight Bay that's on Anthology and everything. Yeah. That's world famous now, but to almost anyone in the world that consider themselves absolute Beatles worshippers, they don't know who Morecambe and Wise are. A lot of people, they don't really know beyond that. They've never really known the backstory of Eric and Ernie. And they could, you know, anyone could go on Google, of course, but to contextualize all these Beatle-y things for Beatle fans all around the world who just cannot they don't know about the history of Lancashire humour and how far back it goes and all that. So I think it really is an important thing. And at the same time, you've got like George appearing with the Smothers Brothers, who was famous for being heckled by John Lennon in his LA days when he was drunk and everything. Who the hell are the Smothers Brothers? In the UK, we just don't know. They've never had any traction here. So that just kind of showed that it is this whole area of Beatleology, if you like, where one half hasn't got a clue what the other half is talking about. Yeah. So that alone, I thought, made it definitely worth fighting for.
What's lovely about one of the many lovely things about your book is how I was thrilled at how much was devoted to the Ruttles and to the wonderful and beautiful and just a gentleman, God, Neil Innes, I had the pleasure of interviewing him years ago, and we were trying to arrange another interview, but he was a little bit shit at getting back in touch with me and stuff. But I got to meet him once and I was thrilled. And then, of course, we lost him. And so much of the book is about him and the Ruttles, because there is a huge crossover in terms of the Bonzos, in terms of Magical Mystery Tour, in terms of George being in the Ruttles and the whole Python thing. It all gets very incestuous.
It is literally where the Beatles and comedy meet. Is Neil Innes. That was always really clear. And as you know, he was a very modest guy, difficult to get to blow his own trumpet ever. Yeah. He got to just blow other people's trumpets all the time. But it's funny you say that, because I just wrote a piece for Chortle, which is all about Neil, really, because there's, when a book comes out, there's a lot to talk about, and there's so much with the Beatles story. But as you rightly say, it is ultimately in tribute to Neil. And it's funny you saying about nearly interviewing him, because what I was writing about was literally, I can be honest with you, we were emailing each other to sort out the very final interview to clear up all the grey areas and everything. And it was half an hour after he'd just contacted me just before Christmas saying, okay, let's get this definite time. And then there was Christmas, and then I got back to him, and within half an hour, his name was trending on Twitter. And, so suddenly what was a kind of collaboration, I don't want to overstate the collaboration, but he was really enthusiastic about it, because as he's just the kind of guy that gave his fans room to feel a real connection with him. You could go on tour and you'd see, he'd be happy to see you behind stage, at the side of stage. He'd sign things. He was the most lovely, avuncular guy. But when he could see this thing that nobody'd ever done, the Beatles comedy thing, and nobody'd ever really done anything on the Ruttles, and magazine articles, but nobody'd ever really done it properly. He was like, fair cop. Yeah, this is a subject that needs to be done, and I'm there for you, whatever you need to have done. And there was maybe going to be an afterword that he was going to write for the book and all this kind of stuff. But I think, sadly, I had experience of that in the past, because my very first book, Humphrey Lyttelton, died during the making of it. And literally in both cases, they both got in touch with me saying, hey, let's talk about this real soon. We're going to do this. And then they're gone. So I'm a bit of a Jonah.
If Jem approaches you, he wants to write a bock about you,
run.
Just say
go and see the doctor. Also, go and see the doctor straight away.
I was actually thinking maybe my next book I should just write about the Tory front bench. And be a lot safer.
Am I right that Paul didn't like the Ruttles?
That's kind of a bit of a myth, I think. The thing about Paul was he and Linda were on the publicity trail at the exact time that the Ruttles came out.
Right.
I should know off the top of my head at 10:30 on a Friday night the name of the album that he was flogging at the time, but I don't. But he was trying to talk about his album, and all most people wanted to talk about was the Ruttles at that time. So he got a little bit annoyed about that. But
I'm going to say Wings at the Speed of Sound.
Oh, well, there we go. If it was 1976,
that's what I'm going for.
Yeah, there we go. That's about right. But
I'm waving my willy around now.
Right.
Could you please put it away?
My willy is put away.
But Linda absolutely loved it. And, the story is that she basically got him to admit that, yes, he was. But at the same time, you see, the thing about Paul was, and Dirk McQuickley, as played by Eric Idle.
Yeah.
And this is something that Neil says as well in the book, that Eric was pretty damn unkind in the Ruttles, probably more than anyone else. It's that whole scene with him composing at the piano. It's you I love, today is our wedding day, and her telling him what key it's in and all that kind of stuff. I think that at the time kind of pressed Paul's buttons a bit, but ultimately Paul loved Neil and Eric as well. I mean, at the George Harrison tribute show, Eric Idle was in pieces behind stage, and it was Paul McCartney who came and comforted Eric in the toilets at the Royal Albert Hall. So you got Dirk McQuickley and Paul McCartney hugging at George's remembrance ceremony. So that they're sort of all in it together. And this is, I mean, anyone who's ever heard Neil Innes' song "Friends" at the end of the line, which is all about George, that kind of says everything that you could possibly say about suddenly losing someone. And so, we weren't expecting to lose Neil. No. In fact, actually, one thing I would love to say while I'm here with you lovely people, talking about lovely Neil, is just how fantastically lovely Kevin Eldon has been, because he really kind of stepped in and kind of helped out at that time, because he's a genuine friend of Neil's. We all loved Neil, and I'd sort of met him many times, but I'd never claimed to be a friend like Kevin was. They were actually in a band together called the Spammed, I think it was. It was like a charity punk outfit called the Spammed. And so they really did actually have a proper, intimate rapport. And Kevin actually came in and he's written the foreword to the book. Not only is there a foreword, Iain, I'm not trying to get you to part with your hard-earned money, but the book came out 6 months ago. Fantastic foreword by Kevin Eldon. But perfectionist that he is, he basically entirely rewrote it for the new edition.
I'll buy both copies.
There's two Kevin Eldons.
Come on, guys! This is how Paul McCartney got McCartney 3 to #1 by releasing 20 different versions. Jem's following the tradition. I respect that.
An audiobook read by all sorts of different desperate audiobook artists. We are going to have an audiobook actually, which is quite a challenge because I'm reading it. And I'm no impressionist. But how else do you do it?
How does that work, right? Because I'm a big fan of audiobooks. I've noticed there's a book of McCartney interviews, right? It's one author and interviews. And I keep looking and think, that'd be an interesting read. And then I saw there's an audiobook version of it with someone playing McCartney. I am getting that. Well,
exactly.
How do they do it? Do you have to literally go? Of course you do. What a stupid question, but I'm going to say it. You just go and sit in a booth for 2 days and read your book out loud.
A booth, or maybe this exact room.
Wow.
There's a lot of expensive audio equipment back there. But I've been doing this thing, too big a tangent to go into. But I also wrote a book called Tales of Britain, and I do this British folklore storytelling all over the place ordinarily. Yeah. But that's on Audible as well. So that's how we started out. I've been doing these Tales of Britain packages to warm up for Fab Fools, and it's also going to be the 50th anniversary of I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue next year. So we're going to do a big audio version of my first book, The Clue Bible, as well. So this is my life, basically, sitting in a small room, reading my own books out loud.
Our life is sitting here twatting around. I'm sending people to jemroberts.com. That's the link I've been posting. Is that the best place to go?
Yes, there's no Amazon links on there at all. It all goes straight to honourable and respectable book purveyors.
Okay,
so that's probably the best way. Yeah.
Well, okay, that's the link I'm going to keep posting. It's funny because Ringo obviously went off and did a lot of movies afterwards.
And I watched them all.
I've sat through Caveman.
No, good on you.
I sat through that. I've not seen Candy. I tried to watch. Did we argue? But I argued about this with someone. Maybe it was you. That bloody awful. No, it was
the Magic Christian, are you?
No, oh God, no, not the Magic Christian. I love it.
That's all right. Oh well.
Oh
that's
no, no. It's a masterpiece. But Mark Lewison is very rude about the Magic Christian.
I can't remember anything he's written about that. He hasn't got to that in his book yet.
He said it was terrible. It's a great movie. That awful film he did with Harry Nilsson.
Oh, Son of Dracula.
Son of Dracula. I mean, Jesus. Come on, Ringo, please.
Well, the main thing about the biggest thing, if you were to ask me what a real comedy, Ark of the Covenant would be, this was actually mentioned. So I'm such a host. Sorry, I'm going back to my book 2 books ago, the official Douglas Adams story, The Frood. This is the first time I kind of researched into this, but there's a famous story that Son of Dracula was such an awful film that the whole thing was made, and then Ringo brought in Graham Chapman, and Graham Chapman's sidekick at that time was a young graduate called Douglas Adams, and Graham Chapman was always that one bottle of gin down by lunchtime, and Douglas Adams just sort of followed him around thinking, oh my God, I'm working with one of the Pythons. And Ringo brought those guys in to sit and watch the film and basically redub the entire thing with something funnier than the absolute nonsense that the script was. And they certainly came up with a script, but the story goes that they properly recorded a full soundtrack of doing all the voices, Douglas Adams and Graham Chapman doing all the voices of Son of Dracula with their own version. And Ringo sat and watched it, and Douglas Adams said, that doesn't work at all. And everyone said, no, it doesn't work. And it just got put on a shelf. Nobody's ever seen it ever again.
Wow.
I don't know if that was among Ringo's effects. There's a famous story of Ringo's big fire where Ringo lost almost all his old Beatles stuff and everything. But maybe that was amongst it. But somewhere, if not, somewhere on some dusty Apple Films shelf, there is a roll of film with Son of Dracula performed by Douglas Adams and Graham Chapman.
Dave, Dogface Boy, our official Beatles correspondent to the show, is saying that one of the hosts of the excellent Nothing Is Real Beatles podcast has a copy of the alternate soundtrack.
Jem, who's he been burgling?
Jem, I will have to introduce you to Dave. Dave is able to get his hands on things that do not exist. I will introduce you to Dave at some point. And
there are a lot of comedy holy grails out there, but that is very high. If he means the Graham Chapman silly voice one, then that is off the scale in terms of.
And Dave is a very
rarity.
Trustworthy.
He is. He's very serious about these things.
He sent me a load of Russell's bootlegs, is what I'm trying to say
exactly.
as well.
Oh, I got a few. Yes, I've got a few. But this is the sad thing: when you finish the book, it's taken me 10 years, and there's always going to be something new that comes. I mean, luckily, unless literally Paul and Ringo now, do a soft shoe shuffle on Saturday night entertainment and start telling jokes to each other, which would kind of ruin the end of my book a bit. That would be a better ending had they suddenly turned into Cannon and Ball. But that aside, I don't see anything else happening. But there is a terrible history of me finishing these books and getting them out, and then the next thing you know, the entire story is ruined. I spent years doing the true history of the Blackadder. Literally within 3 months of this book hitting the shops, not only did Tony Robinson become a knight at the same time that Rowan Atkinson got an OBE, which is a fantastic Blackadder ending, but they actually did new Blackadder in a theatre. It was a Bankadder, it was a Credit Crunch sketch. So all that time, and suddenly there was new Blackadder. And then Fry and Laurie got together just after that book came out for some charity thing as well.
Bloody bastards.
After they hadn't performed together for years. They just do it to annoy me. So look out for Paul and Ringo now.
I want those guys to make a Hard Day's Night Part 2. Let's see what really happens.
I don't know. Macca's doing quite a bit of TikTok these days, isn't he? Is
Macca's doing
TikTok.
Is
that the next chapter?
Yeah. He did a very funny miming to one of the McCartney 3 tracks, and he's doing all this, and it's brilliant. Jem, it's a real pleasure to see you. You are welcome,
thank you.
Anytime, but we may cancel if we have a bad day.
Of course.
He's Fab Fools. Give us the names of the other the Fry and Laurie and the Blackadder books as well. People can still buy those, can they?
Well, while I'm here, it's late on Friday night. Let's go through the whole lot. There's the Clue Bible, which is the I'm Sorry Not a Clue story. Then came the True History of the Blackadder, which, bless them, they're all official. They're all totally official because this had Rowan Atkinson got involved, and John Lloyd and Ben Elton and Richard Curtis. So it's all top, official stuff. And then the Douglas Adams family and estate asked me to do the official biography, The Frood.
Wow.
And then both Stephen and Hugh, bless them, gave me the go-ahead to do the Soupy Twist story. So sadly, this is actually my first book that isn't official. But, the involvement of Neil gave it that extra feel. I mean, he is where Beatles and comedy meet, and this is in tribute to the great Neil Innes. So.
Dave says, I've got all of those books. They're top stuff. D. Dolan is raving about you throughout the entire chat. Bloody brilliant, Jem. I love Jem. Clue is brilliant. Jem is fab. Jem, it's so lovely to see you. Thank you so much for coming on.
Bless you. I hope to see you again very soon.
Let us know. I nearly turned us all off instead of just turning you off. That would have been awful. Let us know when you want to come on again. If you've got, is there another project going on?
Well, the only one I didn't mention is Tales of Britain, and that's basically hopefully a lifetime thing because, believe it or not, it was the first collection of British folklore for over 40 years. You get all the counties and all the local shit. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. But nobody had done from Land's End to John O'Groats in over 40 years, and it's also it's a wonderful. It's like Rick Mayall's Grim Tales is what it's trying to be, and it's for everyone. It's not for Brexiters.
Jem, it's lovely to see you, mate. Thank you so much for coming on. Stay safe. We'll see you later on. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
I quite fancy that one.
Sorry, Katherine.
I mean the book.
I hogs that chat. I can only apologise.
No. If I hadn't read it, then that's terrible form on my part.
I apologise. Let's put the chat in one more time. It's I want to get that Fry and Laurie actually. So we got June from Fanny's coming up in an hour. Jeez. Oh, and we did right. First of all, we need to get an update on the number of 381. So we're 19 off doing our private show.
It's very exciting.
Oh, sorry, no, sorry. It's a surprise. It's a surprise.
A thing. It's just a thing.
What's it going to be? That's right. It's 391. So we are 19 off.
This is getting tasty, guys.
400. I wanted it by the end of May.
I know. That's when you weren't feeling very hopeful.
Slow down, guys. So we are gonna pick a winner from the people that signed up in the last few days. Right. Okay. So let me just see how far back it goes. So it was from Wednesday evening. What was the date on Wednesday? The 4th or the 4th?
It's
the
what
5th.
now?
This is the 5th. The 5th. So Katherine, I want you to look away.
Yeah.
And I'm going to click between pages. Mm-hmm. Tell me when to stop clicking between pages. Tell me when to stop clicking between. Okay, so we're on this page. Don't look. I'm going to scroll up and down, up and down. Tell me when to stop. And we're going to pick someone at random. Tell me when to stop. Tell me when... Shams. I don't know if you hear Shams. Shams, you just won yourself. Now they're telling me that there is a bug that's making it, that means we can't. This is going to get the spinning wheel. So we've still got the spinning wheel. Oh, it works.
No. We have a message.
Shams.
I don't know whether Shams is the Midnight Walker, right?
Well done. You just won a personalised video from me and Katherine. We will get it to you soon. Thanks for your support. There we go.
Boom.
There we go. When we get to 400, we're gonna send everybody a private message, and we're gonna do a private show on a top secret URL on my YouTube channel, our YouTube channel. And when we get to 500, never gonna happen, but we are going to do some series of giveaways and things.
Will we get the Bigfoot guy back on? I need updates, says MZ Plays. Yeah, I don't see why not.
Course.
He'd love it. I noticed he's been doing a lot of coaching lately, so he'll tell you about... there was a lovely thing he put on Twitter the other day. One of the girls got injured during the race, so the rest of the team walked with her. Those guys!
That's bad. Run and win. Take advantage. You've got to win by any means necessary. Iain, you were playing Morgan earlier. Check out his band, Circle 60. He's got another band. So this is this album, right, that came out in 2000. And I nicked it when I was at XFM. No one listened to it.
Why?
So can we indulge me for a little bit?
Do it.
Here we go. So this is this song again. So this was the hit. You're right. So this bit's all it's very here we go. It goes too low. That's how great.
Everyone looks fine.
Then the chorus is transcendent. A little glimpse of it. Here we go.
Show how we feel. No, we're alright. She can do anything she wants. Say what we like.
I like the wibbly organ.
Oh, it's full of wiggly organ. It's just big up.
Will's saying, who did you say this was?
This is Morgan. The album is organised. There's a bit in Miss Parker. This is his kid brother in a maths
It's the
lesson.
G and the W coming at you with the flame.
It's hilarious, right? And then it just...
Kid coming at you. Woo, yeah. Woo, yeah.
Fanny's on at 11:30.
This is the Wednesday lesson, Miss Parker Geography. Every day, all day, every day we love ya. You better respect the music coming at ya because we're gonna get done any minute.
Then it kicks in, but then there's a bit... A little bit later on, it just explodes. Listen to this, man. Then you've got these incredible backing vocals of this kid. Yeah, baby.
Used to be in bed. We nearly got sprung there, Jackie J on the 523 with the hill figure power. Coming at you easy.
The drop is... Mike D knows the drop. The drop is incredible. We'll jump forward a bit because it's a long track. So it goes all psychedelic. Oh no, hang on, we might have missed it. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, I'll get fun on ASMR. This is incredible. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Maybe if I told you the right line with the right words, maybe tonight.
Do you feel it?
Told you, maybe if
This album is a masterpiece. This is not reggae, Katherine. It's so stupid. It goes all psychedelic.
Oh my God, he looks cool. You can't be surprised because he's a hill figure boy. Oh my God, your mom and your dad, brothers and sisters are not. Yeah, baby, their children are here, walking down the catwalk from here to up there. You better watch out. NWG, JAK gonna be big someday. Walk down the catwalk. Lasers gobble. Oh boy, let's go.
It's so freaking good. The whole album is unlike anything. I know. Oh, listen, I mean, we'll wait at this and then we're going to stop because it's. I'm aware, but
Then I'm going to judge people really harshly.
okay, we're going to do some judging.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is great. Again, it's slightly awkward verse, sublime chorus.
dreaming
we go. You done now? You finished?
I'm going to go to my chambers.
Oh, chambers.
Just keep them busy while I sort this out.
Oh, I will keep them very, very busy. By the way, you can call at any point. If we miss a phone call, we will call you back. 02 03 286 6370 is the telephone number. Thank you everyone who signed up to the Patreon. These are strange times, but you know what? It might just be okay. Imagine that. 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call. Coming up, what a night for music. Coming up at 11:30, we're going to have a snatch of Fanny. We're going to have some Fanny. June. I've got to keep checking Facebook to make sure, because she had forgotten that she was doing it. So I just want to make sure. By the way, thank you, Dan McAllister and Michael Bates and Richard Faraday and Zoe M, Katherine Brown. Thank you all for signing up. Let's make sure that June is still coming. June Millington will be on at 11:30. Very, very exciting. Who, Fanny? You know Fanny. You watch the show. You know what's going on. You know who they are. I'm thrilled. Oh, I'm beyond thrilled. I'm super duper excited. We're giving you a good show tonight. We're Mac Shaw. Total Mac Shaw tonight. But now...
All rise. For Judge Boyle's Judgment Day.
Ladies and gentlemen, the court is now in session.
Holy shiz, that was loud.
It certainly is in session, and it's been a while, hasn't it, ladies and gentlemen? There has been some sloppy behaviour in the chat, and we must tidy that bad boy up.
Yes,
There's
please.
one rule, and one rule only, and yet some people find it very difficult to abide by it. The one rule is, of course, don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
However, sometimes you can be a dick by accident, or you could be perceived as having been a dick, and actually it's just really bad timing.
Or you can realise you've been a dick.
Yeah, and say sorry.
And apologise.
And not a kind of sorry if you thought I was a dick. Sorry I was a dick. That is an apology, right? None of this, none of this nonsense. We can see through a hollow apology, and we do not like them.
Apology. Oh no, that's wrong. That 391 is wrong.
Oh, what?
Who's put 391 in here? That is incorrect data. It's 381.
You did. You did.
I've given you false.
You've muffed right up.
I muffed it up. 381. I apologise, guys. I apologise. Life is hard sometimes. Life is hard on the boulevard. I had a drug dealer say that to me once when I underpaid him, and he said, "Don't worry, and life's hard on the boulevard." I have no idea what that means. Anyway, Katherine, please.
Yes.
Who we got? 14.
We've got quite a few, and I did thin them out because some of them are quite obviously just dicks, right? So if you're racist, homophobic, just swearing, dropping the C-bomb, and that's all you've got to do, there's no point discussing you. No. None at all. Some of these cases, though, are quite interesting, so I thought we would take a closer look.
You're going to cancel some people.
Oh, God, they're going to be so cancelled.
So cancel. I love... Put this in your video, you bellend. I love cancelling people. And I will cancel everybody one day. The world will be cancelled.
Because here's the thing. We don't have to put up with dickery on this show.
Well, I do have to put up with it. But I can't. I put up with it so that you don't have to.
Oh, and you do. I put up with quite a lot from old Randy Mandy there. Sorry, Mandy, I didn't mean you.
First of all, Mandula is my queen. Second of all, kiss it. Third of all...
There we go again. Right, let's get to it, everyone. 10 days ago, we heard this one from Sean Allen 1000.
Well, Sean Allen 1000, but you mean there were there were 1,000 other Sean Allens?
At least.
No, 999. No, because one of them would have been called Sean Allen.
This is all true.
I know my internets.
Sean Allen was banned by Mandy. was a Mandy ban. And I think we were talking about you having had yours or something. Your jab.
Jibber jabber.
Here we go.
So, jibber jabber.
I had 2 jabs, mate. Pull your socks up, lad. Yep. Moi. I remember this. Then banned. I think he was told to pipe down or something, and he piped up. In the mitigation we have here in front of us in the unban request, please sir, it was my fault. I wasn't sure of the steps. That sounds like an admission of guilt. Yes. Also sounds like someone who is repentant. That sounds like someone who is unbanned.
Wow.
Straight out of the traps.
Katherine is...
And I've not been sleeping.
Katherine, great lady.
This one I think is going to be pretty easy as well, right? Pretty easy. This was someone going on in the chat. My God, every single comment is a flipping paragraph.
We're not interested in your thoughts or views.
Well, we are, but keep it short or ring us up.
We are very interested.
We're not your pen friends.
No, naughty.
You're taking up vast swathes of chat.
Swathes.
No, come on.
Swathe.
Call us.
Patrick Swathy.
Or keep it brief. Interesting how you get annoyed, because people usually get annoyed when they believe something they don't want to hear the other person has to say.
Oh, I forgot to post the sheriff's badges.
I'm not a doctor, but I think this is someone who was trying to be helpful with some medical advice, unsolicited medical advice from someone who is not a medical professional. No, what are you doing there?
I'm watching.
Could you watch a little bit further back?
All right.
Don't suck anything in.
Okay. Well, if I do this, I'm out of shot.
Well, but then split the difference.
Okay. That's a threat. You saw that physical threat.
I'm just maintaining a healthy boundary there.
But nice cup of tea is really struggling, I think, to type in pretend doctor. PT R.
Pretend doctore.
Pretend doctore. Oh, we've got post as well. Sorry.
Exciting. Anyway, back to me. I'm not a doctor, but you don't have to be one. You literally do.
For medicine, you do, actually, yeah.
To logically figure out, they wasted all those years in medical school when they could have just thought, sounds about right. Yeah. That drugs only a short-term solution.
Oh.
Spelt with a double L. A solution. If that's what you're looking for, then I guess, all one word, you are doing the right thing. Mandy again with a ban. It was a Mandy ban.
Oh, Mandy, Bandy.
Let's hear...
Bandy Mandy.
Let's hear what
Queen.
Dr. Hey, how are you, boo? Came across in the unban request. Wasn't being rude, just trying to help out with many experiences I have personally and with family members. I have many stories about this. Just trying to help this guy out. Yeah, you got too many stories, banned.
Yeah, goodbye. No,
come on. Come on.
Say that again, Katherine, because we missed that.
Don't bore us, get to the chorus. Look, if you've got that much to say, phone us up.
Right?
I can't remember.
Not Australians. Dave says you need anti-reflection on your lenses, Iain. We can't see your eyes. Maybe I don't want you to see my eyes. I don't need anything.
Maybe none of your business. Also, picky.
Yeah. So no, we don't. I don't. I don't need anything. I'm happy with this.
It adds to his mystic way.
Do you have anti-reflection on your
lenses? No, bollocks. I'm not paying extra for that.
Get stuffed, you bell end.
I got some new bins this week, in fact, and they've got quite a fine frame. And she said, now, will you want us to shave the lens down? It will cost more. I went, no, who cares?
Shave the lens down?
Yeah, because it's quite thin.
Oh, for God's sake.
Exactly. No, I don't mind.
Goodbye.
Bottle bottoms for me, thank you very much. And I'll save me cash. Who cares? Who's going to be looking back here? Nosy Parkers. Nosy Parkers, that's who. And I do not please those guys.
This now, please, read this one out.
This is from... it's Hot Shot, but it's got X's either side.
Hot Shot XX633. Just smear jam on the lenses. Good point, Andy. Thank you. I'll try that.
Hey, El Chapo. Yo, El Chapo, get back to prison. Yo, El Chapo, get back to prison. Yo, bro, when did El Chapo come out of prison?
I guess El Chapo's got a moustache.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm cool with that a little bit. I'm cool.
How did he get out? Question mark. This guy really wants you to notice him. What do you think of Jack Poil versus Ben Askren?
Yeah.
If El Chapo was a child trafficker, you look like a knockoff version of him. Wow.
Anyone makes a joke about me being or looking like a paedophile because of my moustache, That's an instant ban.
Even though in the unban request note he put sorry, he can't even be bothered to write sorry fully.
Or bro, he wrote brother, he wrote bro.
Bro, just having fun. Well, you're having fun on the naughty step, my friend, because you're not playing here. Denied.
Access denied.
Pedo jokes, not jokes.
Access denied.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, go. I could be you. You really couldn't.
Nikki O'Hara has entered the chat. Nikki O'Hara, what do you think about that? We're going to ban, we're going to unban, we're going to judge. Nikki O'Hara, give her a nudge.
Yes. What happened to your water bottle? What app, please? The stars appeared, heard most of the day. Oh, this is someone who came in quite a lot.
I could be you. I could be you.
When is TLNA on? Is it the daytime or evening? I've not seen you in a while. Never got into Halo Wars.
It's a good game.
Interesting stories there. Next one. This is the day, the fateful day, 28th of the 4th, 2021. You may remember it. It was last month. College should be hard. It's called learning. That sounds like someone being a smart ass.
Life is hard. It's because it ends in death.
Mitigation. I said college should be hard. It's called learning. As a reason why you are having anxiety and did not get round to say not to worry about it as you are learning. And if it was easy, you would not be learning anything. I mean, it's a long sentence.
Put things in. Could this person please put things in context?
To put things into context, I have a brother who told his daughter when it was getting tough to give up, which to me is the wrong attitude, as I have grafted after failing at school. Sorry if my comments upset you. They were never meant to, and they were meant to encourage you. Again, sorry. Or maybe what you should do is lead with the intention instead of giving us the long drop, because often before that, you just get banned.
Unban.
I'm going to unban I Could Be You because... No, it couldn't be me, but... Unbanned. Stop.
By the way...
Just stop it.
By the way, speaking of stopping, if you're stopping your marriage... That's not a bad one, is it? That's not a bad one. Richard Gregorian from Gregorian Emerson, gelaw.co.uk.
Yes, that's right.
Is doing more to keep this show going. Thank you, MZ. Is doing more to keep this show going than her and I and thou.
Well, that's not, literally not true.
Well, it is. It potentially is true. It potentially is true. Richard is a friend of ours and a friend of the show.
Yes, it's a friend of yours and you don't even know him.
And the show happens, if the show carries on from July the 1st, it won't be primarily, it'll be down to you on Patreon, thank you, but a lot of it will be down to him. He's great and we're big fans. And I have seen how his setup works, and divorce is horrible. It's a really unpleasant situation, and he will do what he can to make it as less unpleasant as unpleasant. I would guess you say fewerly pleasant than it shall be. What he'll do is he will move away.
He won't stir it.
He won't stir it. He won't stir it. He won't stir it. He will unstir it. He will let it settle.
Yeah.
He will put it in the fridge to try and get it to set. So I would suggest. Jim says I have Gregorian's mobile number. I've spoken to him 1 time. Lovely man. Genuinely, we love Richard Gregorian, and I love Surfshark. Jesus, come on!
I love Surfshark VPN so much. It lets me watch.
All right.
Hulu.
Okay.
Look at the dandruff on that. I'm an old man. I don't give a shit, man. Cock Bongo. I hope I never bump into Richard Gregorian in person because they say you should never meet your heroes. By the way, this is how different sized we are. Normally, I sit about 6 feet back from Katherine to make it look normal. We're sat next to each other.
This is the Bidens and the Carters,
isn't
it?
Yep. We are sat
I'm Mrs. Carter.
next to each other.
Yeah. I'm just
enough.
Person.
Surfshark. If you want to watch Hulu, did you
just say enough?
Enough of this. Enough of this. Okay.
Enough
of this.
Proceed.
I'm looking directly at you. Look at the camera. I'm looking directly at you, all right?
I've told you I'll grant your wishes. Just give me pot of gold back.
MZ, you want to watch British television, not Doctor Who anymore because it's been cancelled. And do you know, because there's so many dirty people working on it. And if anyone still supports Doctor Who, then they're naughty men too. MZ wants to watch British television. You can't watch it because you're in America. You can watch it with Surfshark VPN. With that, you can log it into your Amazon Fire Stick, your computer, your mobile, your cell.
We look like Frodo and Gandalf.
Okay, all right. Okay. Get your hand out of my magic ring. My precious beanhole.
All right, okay.
Well, you can watch Emmerdale. And what could MZ watch that she can't watch there? Emmerdale Farm.
You'll like that.
You could watch. You like that?
No, it's not called Emmerdale Farm anymore. It's just called Emmerdale because it's rude now.
I call it Emmerdale Farm.
Yeah, because you're old.
You can watch Come Dine With Me. I was on that. I did a Come Dine With Me. You could watch that. You could watch Four in a Bed.
Oh, that's good. You could watch Place in the Sun.
Place in the Sun.
People wasting time.
You could watch the BBC.
You could watch Neighbours and Home and Away.
And Hollyoaks.
You've heard of those.
Thank you, Matty. I was on Come Dine With Me. MZ, I did a celebrity Come Dine With Me. I came last and I was really peed off. Anyway, you could watch all of those things. Flog It, Hums Under That. So much. With Surfshark.
Loose Women.
With Surfshark VPN. Virtual Paradise Nady.
Network.
83% off, guys.
Yeah.
83% off.
17%
and you get
on.
3 months. No, not lose women. I don't want to lose women, no. Did you cook chicken and broccoli? Yeah, I did. When? No, not tonight. Please shut up. Because can we get the link for Surf? Mod, stop being dicks. And put the thing in there.
Come on.
Put the link in there. For
Come on.
Christ's sake, MZ's going to buy.
Come on, enough.
Surfshark VPN. Use it anywhere around the world. Surfshark.deal/DLNA. It's going to help you guys. We really recommend that you buy it and you sign up to it. Don't watch Naked Attraction. We watched the recent one. It's horrible. Those pods are so noisy. So noisy. But I use Surfshark. I thoroughly recommend it. And if you don't, then you know what? You can.
You're a fool to yourself.
You're an absolute melt.
Right.
Oh, Brett's calling us. Brett's on the phone.
Oh, thank God.
Thank God you're here, Brett.
Right, Brett's calling us.
Oh, Brett's
on the phone.
Brett, turn the stream off, please, Brett.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, Brett. Could you turn the stream off, please, Brett?
Okay.
Hello?
Hello, is that Brett?
Yes, I just want to know, can I ask you magic ball something?
Yes, you can.
Should I get a chicken madras instead of a lamb madras?
Yeah.
Never get lamb from a curry shop.
Okay, bye.
No, we can never get lamb from a curry house.
Didn't even look at the ball. I didn't notice. I can't be bothered.
Never
I'm
get.
not using the power of the ball for that kind of trivia.
Always go for chicken. I'm going to have a curry tomorrow. I've lost. How many pounds in a stone?
I don't know, and I don't want to know. Oh, kilograms. I don't want to know that.
I don't want to know kilograms. I don't know kilograms.
Good.
I think it's 14 pounds in a
Something like
stone.
that, yeah.
And I think I was 16.2. I'm now 5'7". So that is convert that. So that is 9 pounds in 3 weeks.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
Look at me.
It's wasting away.
No, I'm not wasting away. I'm healthy. Look. Is it 13? It's 13. I thought it was 14. All right. Well, I've not lost as much now, but we'll talk about it another time.
Back down.
I've lost 8 chains in a yard. Thank you.
I like the mushy peas.
Oh, Jimbo is saying 14.
It is 14.
Yeah.
It's not 13. Gatford and Cozy Bug. Can we time Gatford and can we time Cozy Bug out, please, for misrepresenting my weight loss? Thank you. Time them out. Oh, Matty, straight in for the Gatford timeout.
Straight in.
Doesn't need asking twice, does he?
Gatford's been timed out twice by Matty and Jimbo. Wow.
They like double teamed him. Boom.
Actual scenes.
Down you go.
Okay, away. Where you pushed him down?
To Chinatown. Is she 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
No, Sarah, you'll not be timed out. Yes, Ishti. Is she?
Hey up, what's going on over here? Is it a snuff movie? Yay! Jokes with no punchline about films where people get actually killed.
They don't.
Snuffs.
I don't think they actually exist.
Well,
didn't Morrissey say he'd seen one? Anyway.
Yeah, but he's probably talking about, I know, I was watching scenes from an abattoir. Sorry, I was joking, says Ishi.
I think
it was a silly thing to say.
I think it's
but was it evil?
a beautiful joke.
Was it evil? I think we should throw it open for the first time. We'll put him upon the mercy of the chat. So
can we get a mod? Can we get to vote in? Do we ban or unban Ishi? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If one of the mods could do that, please. Gatford, hello, good evening.
I wonder if I could appeal my timeout, if that's possible.
No.
No, goodbye.
Did you put a question mark?
Okay, goodbye.
Well,
Goodbye.
you shouldn't. If you didn't know, you shouldn't have put anything.
Goodbye.
Let that be a lesson to you, sir.
Can we double Gatford's timeout, please? I don't know how that would work.
Oh, it'd be a lovely little bit of quiet, wouldn't it?
Sly says, films where people die exist, but not produced for entertainment specifically. I think.
Oh, you don't know then.
Extend the timeout, please. Hello, Will.
Well.
Hello. Hi.
Well.
Oh, you look really weird on Skype.
Couldn't give a shit. What have you got?
It's fine. Well, I just wanted to update you on the flat.
This is what we want. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got one. I've officially got one.
I saw on Twitter. That's brilliant news.
And I was supposed to be moving in today.
But you had a big slug around your neck. What is that around your neck? Is that one of those cushions for aeroplanes? Oh, is it a hood for a dressing gown?
Oh, it's just my dressing gown, yeah.
Oh, look at the luxury. Oh, that looks very rich.
This is what I got at the very start of the very first lockdown, because I was like, I'm going to be spending a lot of time in the house, not getting dressed, and I want to be as comfortable as I possibly can. So I got a really nice, really big, really soft dressing gown.
Love it.
Beautiful.
And I think everyone should have one.
Yes.
It's very important. Yeah. But yeah, so basically the flat's been delayed until next Friday, and it's kind of good and bad. So basically they found a leak from the boiler, but it means I'm going to have a brand new boiler, which is quite nice.
Makes all the difference.
Yeah. So it's just a week, but I'm trying to tell myself it's not that long, and I know it's not, but I'm just, in my mind I would already be there, so I'm like desperate to move now, but I am close.
Good.
It's happening.
Think twice. It's just another day for you and me in paradise.
Wise words, mate.
Thank you. That is great news. Congratulaziano. There is a vote going on, and I'm going to have to send you to go and vote. Please, Will, go and vote. Is Ishi 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 being banned?
It's not looking great for Ishi at this point, it has to be said.
There are seconds to go, and it really does look very people. That's for you, Ishi. You're going to have to, unless there's a huge turnaround in the next 25 seconds, Ishi, Bishy, Bing, Bang.
Yes, the only person that's being killed off in this chat is you.
Hello, caller.
Hi there, it's Cap Chad here.
Prove it.
Prove it? I'm covering your 6.
What?
Covering my 6?
Covering your 6. It's a military term.
Okay.
We did it when we were playing a game. Like
you did do it when we were playing a game.
Do you remember?
This guy is legit. Covering your 6 means that if a soldier is taking a shit in the forest, then the others will cover your 6. That means they would make sure you didn't get killed.
Oh, they're dogging out.
Yeah.
They're dogging out.
Yeah.
They're dogging out.
And I was also the one when we were playing Rainbow Six, and you walked in front of me, and I shot and killed you by accident.
Oh, this piece of trash! I'm going to be playing some Rainbow Six this weekend, by the way.
Yeah, I've got a question for you, and it's completely like a thought experiment. Basically,
potato.
You've got £10,000.
Yes, sir.
And you've got to invest this £10,000 for 10 years.
Yes,
you
sir.
can't like take it out or anything. You've got two choices. Do you choose to invest in Bitcoin or gold?
When? What?
From right now. You've got £10,000. You can invest it in Bitcoin or gold, and it has to stay where it is for 10 years.
Bitcoin.
Which one would you choose?
Bitcoin.
You choose Bitcoin.
Yep.
Why would you choose that?
It's none
one
of your
with-
business what I make my business decisions on. It is my choice. It's none of your. It's absolutely none of your goddamn business what I decide to do with my money.
No, actually, do you know what? That's an interesting choice, because people seem to think that Bitcoin obviously doesn't have any kind of like a backing, but gold is the backing. But
Right, what is
but
the
gold-
correct answer?
gold-
What is the correct answer?
There's no correct answer. There isn't one. There isn't one at all, because
Well, hang on a
what's
minute.
gold-
There is, because if we go, let's go back. Which one of those two has had the highest? I'm so sorry, Catherine, but I just want to prove a point that I am always right. Which one of those two had the biggest price increase in the last 10 years?
Bitcoin.
Thank you.
Well, that's 'cause it
Goodbye.
only just got invented.
Goodbye.
Surely.
Goodbye.
No?
Goodbye. Loser. Let's do another one, please.
Well,
we've got June is coming
This is
on.
a tricky one. Sometimes a case will come along and you think, "Gosh, this is so nuanced. Maybe
Okay.
it's not down to me. Maybe I should throw it up to the universe."
Okay, go on.
To work this one out. This is from Jungle Jake, Scuff Sack.
Okay. Well, your sack
Scoof
can scuff. I've scuffed my sack.
He's been in. This is interesting. He's been in twice. Right?
Yeah.
16th of the 3rd, 2021. And then the 29th of the 4th, 2021. First thing he said on the 16th, what on earth is this channel about? Well, he put channel about. Lame. Question mark, question mark, question mark. This channel, question mark, question mark, question mark. What's it all about? Then 3 people just garbling. Non-consequential, spelt wrong, rubish.
Well, surely inconsequential is better than
Well,
non-consequential.
I don't think Jungle Jake Scuffsack.
Jungle Jake Jim.
Scuffsack really cares about grammar or anything really. Then he's back in 29th of the 4th, 2021. Yeah, fair enough. It's a month later. Hi, what's this channel all about? Gosh, he's forgotten already.
What the fudge?
Well, what's going on right now? Why are 177 peeps here? This is lame. Is this it? Yeah, it was lame last time. Why did you come back?
All right, so...
Is anything going to happen? Thanks. What happens in the normal show? Well, similar to what happened last time.
Then they got banned. All right, Pete banned
Then they got
them.
banned.
Okay, but Pete, as we know, Catherine, right, can be very, very trigger happy. He ain't no Mandy. Can be very, very trigger happy.
Yeah,
and sometimes
yeah,
just bans people willy-nilly. I bet this person has done a great apology. Let's hear the apology.
Yeah, he's written, I don't give a... Go stick it up your arse. Yeah. Quite. I mean, wrong kind of use of language there.
That's not...
But maybe his heart's in the right place.
Mac 8 says, mods can kill a stream, no joke. Mods, you know what to do. You know what to do.
Mate.
You know exactly what to do with the Big Mac.
Oh,
do
dear. Deary me. And that's got to be the second time, right? I seem to remember that name.
But Mac is sub to us on Patreon, so a little bit of respect.
No, I'm just saying.
Good for you.
Foolhardy. You'd think you'd have learnt the first time. Jungle Jake Scuff Sack. I think that you don't care and we're going to stick something up our arses.
I decide what I stick up my ass, and I want to stick this and that up there.
No, this is mine.
Oh,
this is mine.
Okay, well then, in that case, I'll give it a wipe down if I were you.
Oh, are we denying? I think we're denying. Wow.
Stop naming your old pop group. Yo,
we're wow.
Yo, we're wow.
wow.
Running down the freeway, stealing all the ice cream. Yo,
yeah,
we're wow.
Speedway, actually.
Okay. Speedway is a motorcycle track.
Yeah, I know.
Idiot.
Who the heck was that guy?
Big sideburns. Look, I'm doing big sideburns.
Nice.
First time in a long time.
Who the heck was that guy? Liam, I love you. What a legend. Why is my daughter on the line? Then in again. Not really, mate. Then, does Iain and Katherine got OnlyFans? Banned.
This scumbag, you're a piece of trash.
Wait.
People like you make me want to puke. We are not pieces of meat for your sexual pleasure. We're human beings. You're banned, you stand banned, you're a piece of trash. Katherine, what's their pathetic apology?
I was inappropriate. I apologise. It won't happen again.
Oh.
Yeah, complete apology.
Fair play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unbanned. We don't at this point, but, you know, times are tough.
Heating's going on in May. I saw my mum today and I told her I put the heating on in May and she said, what a waste. What a waste. What a waste. What a waste.
The Triforce of Gaming has approached the bench, ladies and gents. Now, sometimes we'll have what the uninitiated might see as technical difficulties, right?
Yes.
And then sometimes, I don't know, Iain can get a little bit frustrated with unsolicited advice, tell people to go F themselves, stick their advice up their A's and stop being D's and telling people that they can go and F everyone
that's untrue.
and themselves mostly.
That's not me.
I think this is what happened here.
Pete's got a tick, by the way, guys. Pete's got a tick.
Was distorted at one point. Distorted sound. Mandy banned. I think Mandy was ordered to ban by you.
Bandy.
The sound was distorted at one point. I wasn't trolling, as I'm also a...
Excuse me, pardon me.
Have you got it all out?
I've got some of it out. We're going to have poached egg on toast after this.
I really want that.
We're having
I
poached
really
egg
want
on
that
toast.
very, very badly.
Poachies. We're doing poachies on toast. You're going to do it. We're going to speak to June Millington from Fanny.
And then we're going to eat
eggs. And we're going
eggs.
to speak to poached egg.
Yes.
No tons of butter, dear. I'm losing it.
The sound was distorted at one point. I wasn't trolling, as I'm also a Twitch streamer myself. I had to reload the show and it was distorted for a couple of seconds and then it was fine. The image was fine, just the sound.
That's a really boring apology. I don't know if I want that person in my chat.
Oh, they were just trying to be helpful.
How do you get your eggs perfectly poached, says Benji? Skills.
This is P2B, a bit late for eggs. None of your bloody business. Banned. Sorry, I ran away with myself.
Unban.
I'm going to unban. They're unbanned.
We are really giving you a show tonight, guys. Even though we're not feeling it. We're giving you a show tonight.
tired.
We're macking Shao. You mackers.
Lucas Coolbra just donated $10,000. Banned.
Those.
Why did I get banned?
That 10,000. What is that? How does that? Because it wasn't $10,000. It was $11,000. And I hate mathematical inaccuracies. But if anyone wants to donate $10,000, you'd be very, very welcome to donate $10,000. I would like that. I need that, baby.
I think it's just a way of getting your attention or trying to get you to go, oh my God, that's so amazing. No, don't do that, please. Don't do that.
I'm bad. I mean,
yeah, no, I've not. I've banned him.
Okay, fine.
This is a weird one.
Boil the water.
Oh, hang
turn
on.
off
I
the
know
heat.
exactly what this is. I ain't even discussing this.
No, okay. Boil the... Oh, you idiots. Boil the water, turn off the heat and add the egg after the water has stopped boiling. No. Poached eggs, no fail. Boil water, put it in a cup, add a little vinegar, swirl it around, crack an egg into it. No.
This ain't Twitter. We don't take your unsolicited egg advice on this show. Thanks.
No. The one we just skipped was, Matty? Yes, I believe so. No. I know how to do... I can do the perfect poachies. Don't need any of this shit. I don't put vinegar in the water. That's nonsense. Get out of town. Thank you, Michael. And that 10K is yours just as soon as I can afford it. Thank you. Poaching boats, bell end boats. Boil vinegar instead of water. Thank you, Alex. You're absolutely correct.
R.I.P. the Elephant Man.
I don't like that name.
No, I don't. You are thick with double C, not thick. I banned because I thought that was rude.
We got a raid. Hang on a minute. We got a raid. Just as David joins us. St. John is raid. St. John, we're coming to you, buddy. Hello, David.
Hello, man. Go to the raid. St. John is a quality guy.
Okay,
What a bumlick.
Okay, we'll go to the raid. St. John, great to have you on board. My boy was very excited. Jim was very excited to hear that you've downloaded the mod, King Kong, Among Us mod. Very, very excited. Anyone could do
Hi,
it.
St. John. What's your stream?
What was your
How
stream?
did it go?
Twitch, we're going to YouTube July 1st, Patreon. Twitch can fucking tell. So, except the front page of the pricks. So, okay.
This is a really good apology, right? Take note. Hi guys, I made a flippant comment. It was intended as a jokey compliment, but I realised it may not have come across that way. Looking back, it wasn't funny at all, and I apologise for it. I don't get involved in the chat too often, but I like to read it now and again, as it really does add to the show. Sometimes. Unbanned.
Sometimes when... Remember that song? Sometimes when we touch... The honesty's too much. What does that mean?
I have to close
my eyes and knock one out.
No.
I wanna hold you till I die, till we both break down and cry. I wanna hold you
till the fear in me subsides.
Can't get a boner. Can't get a boner. He's got fanny fear. Fanny fright. It's the thing. That's what it is. I get it.
Do you? Do you?
Of course, the vagina is an intimidating orifice.
They don't have teeth these days.
It's an intimidating orifice for. It's a real thing, Fanny. Fright.
I know. It's the finger. Butters 168. Gosh, what did Butters do wrong?
It's not about June coming up. It's not Fanny Fright.
Butters 168. Who is that lady to the right with some huge titties? Me. And I've also got a huge gavel. And you can keep your sad face.
Read the apology.
Sad face.
But it actually typed in the word SADFACE.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind, right? But you couldn't actually see how big my titties were on that particular day. So it's just imagining it. Butters 168. You tits pervert. Banned. Go and watch some girls in hot tubs. They like that kind of stuff. Here we go.
Why did I ban person?
Deptford cyclist.
Why did I ban this
I
person?
don't know. But also, I also don't like it when they come back in the unban request by telling us how we should have dealt with them.
Unban, because the comments were, Terry Nutkins, you got to respect the fact he kept his hair long at the back.
Yeah, that's called a skullet.
And then nothing better than a hood yoga session. It is better than a good session on the sax. Banned. I feel the above was pretty mild and warranted a timeout rather than a ban. I don't even know.
I don't think it's your decision to make, Deptford cyclist. Dare you? The audacity.
Unbanned.
Fair enough, yeah. Okay, unbanned.
I'm getting excited because our guest is coming up.
We got one more.
I like to butter, please. I like to butter, please.
Huh? Is Catherine's B-pick a bombus hortorum? Question mark. Too many question marks. Garden bumblebee. Opening for a gimp. Robot tongue vase. Just joking. Don't ban me. Of course, Mandy banned him. Let's see what's been said in the chat. Your Honour, Judge Boyle, Ian and ladies and gentlemen within chat, greetings. Oh dear, but this is bold. This could go terribly wrong. I made a joke in chat and then added, only joking, don't ban me, which caught Ian's eye. I'm sorry. The joke was topical for the chat at the time and I will accept my fate, whatever that may be. The judge is never wrong. I see what you're doing. I hope you're both well and things look up in the future, and I'm happy to do my bit to help by resubbing. Also, I love the bumblebee painting. Let's help save the bees.
It does say mushy peas, not butter.
I like to butter, please. I like to butter, please.
It's not
butter. Botcha. Unbanned. And with that, please remember, don't be a dick.
All right. For Judge Boyle's Judgment Day.
There's a new one, apparently. Mac 8.
Mac 8. That name ring a bell?
No, you weren't supposed to be banned. Who banned him? Matty, why did you ban him? It was supposed to be a timeout. It's supposed to be a timeout. Although, Mac 8, you've come in tight. No, it was a timeout, not a ban. Unban immediately. Time out. I did not say ban, Jim.
You did.
No, I didn't.
You said you know what to do.
Yeah.
Big boy, he did, didn't he?
No, I did not say. I did. Please be quiet, you cat. Did not say
You
ban
know what
him.
to do is like saying let him have it.
No, it's a timeout.
Oh, yeah.
Because he said
mods can kill a stream.
you are not under orders, Matty. We got a guest coming up, right? I'm genuinely very excited, right? 'Cause we've talked about Fanny a lot.
We're always talking about them.
Where are we? We should be up here. Going to go all the way up here. Here we go. There we go. Look at this. This is we got the lead singer, lead guitar. Anyway, June is coming on. We think.
We hope.
In about 5 minutes, there's a documentary coming out. I'm going to open up the. I'm going to open up the Zoom. I'm genuinely a little bit nervous. I'm going to need you. I'm going to need your help in this.
Exciting.
It is
I've ordered
exciting.
2 Fanny t-shirts as well. They're coming from the States. They haven't arrived for this, which is I was hoping that was going to happen, but we will wear those with pride.
I'm going to make sure we're all set up. We should always set up microphones, speakers. Okay, now we just wait.
We're ready.
We're ready.
Are you excited? You're quite excited.
I'm really excited. June Millington, ladies and gentlemen. David's calling in. Yes, hello?
Are you ready for Fanny?
Yes.
Hey! Sorry, I'm early.
No, you can't. But we haven't got time. We're waiting for a guest.
Okay, well, cut me off then.
I will. Okay. We're waiting for a guest.
What's got into him?
St. John says, please tell Katherine I said that she is a... What? She is a C.
What?
Hang on, sorry. I said hi.
Oh,
Jesus,
hi.
we haven't got time for any of this.
We've got time for hi.
We haven't got time for... We've got time for hi. We haven't got time for highs.
There's a podcast. There's a podcast about Fanny. It's called Get Behind Fanny.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to get down.
Fanny, the Right to Rock.
I did know that.
Oh, we are joined by the film's director, Bobby Joe Hart.
Bobby Joe Hart is going to join us if this show is still going in September. Bobby Joe Hart is going to join us in September because that's when the film
so good
is being released. Oh, I've got a cold there. In the United Kingdom. What's it called? Get Behind Fanny.
Get Behind Fanny.
Fanny, Get Behind Fanny now at 382 radio.
FannyRocks.com if you want your Fanny news.
You're saying Fanny and you mean vagina?
No, I'm not. It's ass, isn't it? It's ass.
Yeah, but we are British.
Arse.
Get Behind Fanny.
Botties.
Get Behind Fanny. God, there's loads of them. What? Oh, I'm getting behind Fanny.
You better.
Oh, I'm subbing to this. This is getting subbed up hard. Get Behind Fanny. Subscribe, please. Auto download new episodes. Thank you.
The godmothers of women who rock.
We're just gonna download. I'm getting all of these. This is the weekend.
Here's the thing I've noticed, and I've said it every time we've talked about them, right? Is they're just rocking, right? They're not doing any kind of extra. They're not trying to seduce the camera. They're not doing any of that crap. They're just rocking out like the blokes do, right? Just concentrating on the music, and it's beautiful to see. And that's what you like when you see the bass player just doing a thing.
That's the groove. She's just. I love a good. I play a little bit of bass. I'm rubbish, but I love a good bass player, and I love just watching them when they're off in their. They're always kind of tall and lanky and just off in their own little
they're
world.
Brilliant. Did you know they're the first all-female rock act to record an entire album for a major record label?
Yes, I did know that.
And in fact, recorded and released 5 albums for major labels.
Yeah, I did know that.
They were the first all-female rock act.
Sorry, you haven't said that one. Sorry.
This is for someone else.
Thank you, Rubber Bandit 80.
First all-female rock to rise to real prominence in the US and Europe, acknowledged by both the press and their many fans as an awesome live act. In the words of Steve Peacock, top UK music journalist of the era, if you close your eyes, it's like listening to the Stones. I'm not that crazy about the Stones.
I don't like
really
the Stones.
Like Fanny.
I don't like the Stones.
We're up to 383. We're 17 away from 400, which was the target I was aiming for at the end of this month. We don't even start Patreon until July the 1st.
But what we've been asking is...
We're still nowhere near what we need to live on.
No, but you're showing your intention by this, right? You're showing your intention. So if you were thinking about signing up and you're thinking, well, it's 2 months away, I'll wait till then. If you could sign up now, it at least shows that there is a will there. We won't be charging you till July.
Where there's a will, there's a pay.
Oh. I mean, it's not... Okay.
You'll still be on Twitch though. Don't know. We might take it to YouTube.
It's looking unlikely.
Yeah, we might take it to YouTube. We're going to play around. We're going to play around and do a mixture. It's so fun to sign up, isn't it? MZ Plays, isn't it fun? We're going to see which gets us the most audience. The most audience. We would like a big audience. Oh, Jesus Christ! What is wrong with this guy? Yes.
Oh, let's get his rabbit out.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Has he been on the pop again?
What is going on with David tonight? David.
Dizen says all the cool people have signed up.
No, incorrect. All the cool people haven't signed up yet. All the bumlicks have signed up. Oh, no, sorry. I see what you mean. Sorry, I do apologise. Yes.
So if you're thinking about it, please do.
Have I got the time difference? Have I done a cath and got the time difference wrong? If we have 1,000 signed up, we are quids in. What?
What have you done?
No, I've not done anything. Is it 6:30 in America?
Where in America? Where is she?
What do you mean?
Well, it depends.
What? On what? And so?
Well, there's different.
I got it. I know what I'm doing.
Time zones.
I know what I'm doing. I'm wicked.
Do you though?
I do actually, because I've never got a time zone guess wrong. Who here has got a time zone guess wrong before?
Yeah, but I've booked way more guests than you have. So that's going to happen, isn't it? Statistically, it's likely.
Okay, what time is it, please?
I've only done it wrong like once or twice.
Please don't make me say 2 words to you.
That was not my fault. That was bad PR.
Graham Nash.
Yeah. So I thought it was booked.
Please, can
wait,
we?
No,
we've got a guest. We've got a guest.
She's not there. She's not
I
going to be there.
want to check the
She's
time
not gonna be there for an hour.
difference.
You know it.
MA, where's MA?
Massachusetts.
Right, what is the time in Massachusetts? Is that MA? What time is it in Massachusetts? Is MA Massachusetts?
It's 6:32.
All right, so she's late.
Okay, cool.
It's Fanny time.
Mm-hmm.
What if she doesn't come? It's tonight, right?
So yeah, I did think I'd booked Graham Nash. I'd spoken to the PR woman. Then on the day I was driving into work, I thought, she's not got back to me. I'll give her a ring. She'd gone on holiday. No one was answering the phone. Didn't send me the number.
I came in early to meet Graham Nash, and he didn't come on the show, and you promised me that we had him. Right? Okay, so I've got the time right. I love June, because here's the thing. So I organised this a couple of weeks ago, and then on Wednesday I said, I think you're doing a concert today, June. Is that right? If so, have a fab time. Are you still okay for Friday? This is all in the chain of conversation. She's replied, what is happening Friday again?
Here she
Sorry.
is. Calm yourself. Calm yourself. Be cool, Fonzie. Be cool.
Be cool, guys. Everybody, just be cool.
Looks and sounds good.
Hey!
June, can you hear us?
No, we're not hearing.
Yeah.
They're not hearing.
We're not hearing you, so...
That's okay. You take your time.
We're not hearing you.
That's okay. I love this. Look at this. They're in a state-of-the-art recording studio.
That's odd.
Can you hear us now? No. Uh-oh.
Sure.
Speaker.
I love it. They're going to change the speaker.
Oh, there. Okay.
Can you hear us?
Now I can hear you.
Hey, June.
Thank you, June. Thank you, June's assistant.
You got it.
This is Lee.
Hello.
Hey, Lee.
Hey, Lee. How you doing? Thank you, man.
Yeah, how's it going?
Yeah, very
Thanks,
well.
Lee. All right. Awesome.
June,
Yeah,
we are
so
live.
I'm in-
We're on. We're doing it. We're there.
Yeah, we are there. It's awesome.
So nice to meet you, June. Thank you so much for doing this. How the devil are you?
Well, I'm on chemo, so I have to. I definitely have to parse my time every day. So this is the third thing I'm doing with the rest breaks.
Okay.
Actually, I just went from shooting video out in the barn with Lee to coming in the studio.
Oh, God bless you. I didn't know you were poorly. How is the treatment going?
The fourth one is this Monday. So, I get pretty exhausted. So I just have to time everything I do. It's like music, you just have to time the rhythm.
Yeah.
So,
well, we won't listen. We won't keep you too long. Any point you
don't
feel
worry about it.
Well,
No,
in that case, we're going to keep you for an hour. We want a solo concert. We want.
Can you see the studio behind me?
It looks incredible. It looks incredible.
really
What a
cool.
place.
Yeah. So, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. So Lee is Gene's son with Earl Slick, the guitar player,
Oh wow! Okay, son, we got.
who happens to be here actually also. So it's one.
It's going off on tangents. Am I correct that you were friends with Peter Tork of the Monkees?
Oh yeah, the last session he did was right in this room.
Was it really? I'm a huge
Yeah.
Monkees fan, and it was the
Oh,
last session was there.
Yeah, great guy, just a really great guy, and he really understood the value of IMA. So, I miss him like crazy, and we met him through Leah Kunkel actually, who's a close friend of ours and who lives in Northampton. So
Leah Kunkel, of course. Everything. Did you ever meet Cass Elliott, Mama Cass?
I did not meet Cass, but I've of course now we finally gotten Leah to talk a little about her, because she's so kind of not wanting to talk about that time so much, but I know how important she was to the whole scene. That
Cass,
I do know.
We've had so many guests, and Cass linked them. Just seems to link so many. She's this thread going through the 60s and the 70s through pop and rock. It's phenomenal.
Actually, it's Leah Kunkel and Peter Tork who told me the importance of how she put people together.
Yeah.
So I really understand that now. I did not know that before. But of course I knew the Canyon.
Yeah.
Frank Zappa's place, and Richard Perry lived up in the Canyon, and
Let's talk Fanny. By the way, you know what Fanny means over in the UK, right?
Yeah.
We
didn't know. You should know that we did not know what it meant when
I thought so.
Changed our name from Wild Honey to Fanny. Yeah.
Let's talk about Fanny in a second. But IMA, the place you're at, I hadn't heard of this, and I've been kind of looking into it since you mentioned it to me. It sounds incredible. What is the kind of background of it?
The background is after I got through, the big phase of rock and roll with Fanny, and then I left, and a couple of years later, I got introduced to women's music, feminism and women's music through Chris Williamson. I did that with her for maybe 5 years, and then somewhere around 86, after I got together with Ann, we decided to put IMA together to pass it on. Because I've had so much really good luck and good fortune in all my years, and have been able to learn so much. And like with people like Leah Kunkel, who actually taught vocals at our very first camp in 2002, people like her and Christine Ullman and, so on and so forth, other women who are willing to help share what they know. This thing is really working, and of course we have to fundraise all the time, but it's a nonprofit, so it's really a big deal, and it's the only one of its kind in the world that I know of that really has a structure that owns the property and that's going to pass it on to the next generation, who actually we have 2 generations ready to take the
You've been
reins.
doing this since before feminism kind of had a resurgence in recent times, like when people said that there were problems.
No. We started IMA around 86, 87.
Right.
And that's feminism had its
Sure.
resurgence way before that.
Sorry, what I meant was kind of talking about the problems within music and entertainment industry that we've been talking about more. I don't know, maybe it seems like we've been talking about it more in the last few years because of social media. But what you're doing there is pretty special and pretty unique. was it because of that kind
Yeah.
of stuff that was going
It's
on before?
it's incredible, really. Say that again. What's the first part of the question?
Was that born out of the fact that you thought, actually, we need to give women a chance to get away from all that crap and be able to just do their thing without having to worry about the sexual politics so much?
Actually, to tell you the real story, I was at a meeting at Olivia Records, which was kind of the nexus of the beginning of women's music. They put out Chris's album, Changer and the Change, and a lot of other albums. I was at a meeting at their place in 1976, right? So that was after I left Fanny, but as I was getting involved in women's music, and they want to get more women of color involved in the company, so Chris asked me to go to this meeting, and I did. And during the meeting, I was hearing a lot of kind of wild, almost kind of Pollyanna-ish thinking that I thought would never work. Like, no one's ever going to be more popular than the other in terms of artists. It's going to be totally egalitarian. We're going to share everything. And I thought, I'd already been through Fanny, and I know the music business. It is a competitive business. That's just it. I mean, it's like life. It's competitive. So I heard this voice inside my head say, who's going to take care of all the young ones who are coming, right? 10 years later, exactly, I'm with Anne. I'm living with her at Hampshire College, and she's running the Women's Center. And I started to hear the voices again. And not only were they speaking to me like in, real life, I could kind of intuit, but then in my dreams, they were really speaking loudly. And Angela Davis is a friend of mine, and I was hanging out with her in San Francisco, and I told her about these voices and the vision. And she said, well, get going. And I'm like, what? I mean, I'm not an organizer, right? And, but she said the only thing that could possibly work, here's what she said, but they're talking to you, so get going. And so there was the imperative, number one, they were talking to me. And number two, I was with Anne, who was a great organizer. So the two of us decided to start putting it together. And by the way, Angela Davis was on the founding board. So, that's pretty amazing. And so was Roma Barron, who was, or who is Laurie Anderson's producer. And they have reissued her first album, Big Science, on vinyl, by the way.
We
I don't know if you know
played Laurie
that.
Anderson recently. Because it.
Yeah.
I mean, Laurie Anderson, particularly, is just such a unique sound, and it's. We played some recently.
Yeah, she's a big deal. Yeah.
You're a big deal, and you're a big deal. I mean, you're a big deal in your life, and to those people that love you. But there's a lot of excitement around Fanny that hasn't been there for a while with this movie that is coming out. Now, have you seen it yet? Because when I wrote to you a couple of weeks ago, I don't think you'd seen it, had you?
No, I hadn't, and I saw it in two pieces because when she sent me a link, she sent us all a link, a 48-hour link. So I had to work actually in the studio, so Anne and the rest of our friends queued it up. By the time I walked in, I saw the second half, and then the next day I saw the first half. So I have conceptually, I have seen the documentary, and a lot of it was shot right here in the studio because this is where Fanny Walked the Earth, the basics were recorded, and a lot of it. So, and in the big barn, which is right on the other side of that window, is where we were as we were setting up and recording and doing pre-production and all that. So these rooms are very much a part of the story as in now. Aside from the, from the Beat. I don't even know if she got the Beat Club footage in there, but certainly a lot of other stuff from back in the day, right? Pictures of Fanny Hill and talking about it and so on and so forth.
Do you like looking back? Are you a fan of looking back? I kind of get the impression from what I've seen and read about you is that you like being in the present and looking forward and facing forward. What was it like looking over your shoulder like that?
Well, I've been doing so much of it since 1916, 17, when we all decided to do this together, that I almost live in all three dimensions simultaneously. I mean, I can switch. And a lot of the songs that I'm writing now, like I have a song called Girls Don't Dream. And that and two other songs I wrote, bam, in like 4 days. Right after the inauguration and the insurrection and all that, and I could feel, 46's heel kind of leave the back of my neck. And so I wrote "Girls Don't Dream" and two other songs. One of the other songs, "Too Close to the Bone." And by the way, Lee and his dad, Earl Slick, played on all three. Too Close to the Bone, you can already feel it, right? So, I feel like, in particular, "Girls Don't Dream" is completely relevant to all three dimensions of the Svelts, to Wild Honey, to Fanny, to feminism, to the now with the movie, because "Girls Don't Dream" was a line. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It told us what we couldn't dream. They told us what we couldn't dream of, and I'm calling them out on it. I
love it.
It's a very powerful song. So that'll be out in a couple of months.
I love you so much, right? Honestly, I am totally fanboying here. And I've asked Katherine to kind of keep me in check.
Nice.
That Beat Club footage, which is where we see the Ain't That Peculiar and all that.
My God, it's so good.
It rocks so hard. Even the records rock, right? But the seeing you live in that context, it's such an amazing sound. When did you realize? When did it click for you? The sound of Fanny. You went, "Oh shit! I think we've got something here." Do you remember that moment?
I think it clicked in 1965 with the Svelts. Honestly, if you're going to talk about Fanny in a musical sense, you really got to go back to the Svelts, because that's when we really learned to click as a band. And Alice wasn't even in it yet. Our first drummer was Kathy Terry, but it was two different girls. But it was me and Jean always.
Yeah.
But we first realized that we were getting the groove in 65.
Right.
And by the time, Alice joined the band, I think in 67, we got to LA in 68 or 69, we knew that we had it happening because we were a self-formed band. That's the important part to remember. Fanny was a self-formed band starting in late 64 with our band, the Svelts. We had our own PA. We knew how to rock. We knew how to funk, actually. We were more a funk band than we were a rock band. But, of course, we did some rocking. And it was just it's all still up here. That's what I mean about living in three dimensions. I still am trying to reach for stuff I hear in my head. But that's what it's about. You keep practicing and you keep reaching for what you hear in your head. And I'll tell you, I think the three most important influences on me, there are some forgotten guys, and they're all guys other than Bonnie Raitt. Lowell George, Elliot, the man, Are You Reeling in the Years? He played that solo.
Oh.
And Skunk Baxter.
Yep.
You know who I'm talking.
I know exactly who you mean.
So Skunk Baxter, Lowell George, Joe Elliott.
Someone
Anyway,
in the chat is going to put
those
the name
three
in.
guys are the ones who convinced me. Yeah.
Go on. Sorry,
So,
say someone. Go on.
Those three guys were the ones. Are the ones who talked me into finding my own voice. And my own voice was more in the tone and finding lines that you could sing, more in the George Harrison style. That would ignite you somehow inside. It doesn't matter how fast I play, as far as I'm concerned, because I'm not really a fast player. I can do it every once in a while. I can hit on it, but that's not really my, that's not really my voice. And when I found my voice finally, really way back in the Svelts, that's when it started to really click. And that's still my thing even now, but now I feel like I'm just as good of a songwriter as I am a guitar player, so, and I like that. The skills overlap. I really like that a lot. And I'm not even trying to write it anymore. They just kind of come come at me.
Someone
these
in the
songs.
chat is saying Elliot Randall. And
Elliot Randall, that's it.
We got there. But also, you're right.
One of my best friends. How did I forget his name?
One of the great things about George Harrison, who you mentioned, is he was not one of those flashy kind of Hendrix, soloists that was trying to cram 20 notes into 5 seconds. His skill was the gaps, was kind of little bits, the slide guitar in the 70s, of course, which I know you are great at. But his skill was the gaps. Sometimes less is more.
Well, I'll tell you, one time Richard came back, our producer, Richard Perry, came back from England, and he had a demo acetate of Let It Be. Wow. And I'll never forget, he played it in the studio really loud, and it had George's guitar solo going through a Leslie. I think that's why I ended up playing guitar through Leslie, like on Badge and etc. Because when I heard that, it was in the studio with the speakers really loud. It was not the final mix, but I heard what he was doing. I'm like, my God, I can sing that solo. Yeah. I can sing that solo, and that impressed me and actually influenced me for the rest of my life. That's what I'm going after. It's tone and something that I can sing even in my head. That's the biggest thing for me. And I never deviate from that, really. I mean, I can play a few Jimi Hendrix style licks, like my song on Fanny Walk the Earth, You Rule Me. What is the name? It's based on Jimi Hendrix licks. And after I wrote that song is when I realized, my God, I didn't know I was influenced that much by Jimmy on the lick side. I knew I was influenced by him on the rhythm side, because that's actually was his favorite thing, playing rhythm. And that is my favorite thing as well. And so much of what I play on rhythm is so Jimmy, And I saw him at his first gig in San Francisco at the Fillmore West, and that would have been early '68, right? And that was after he'd just gotten off the road with the Monkees audience, and I talked to Peter about this. They hated Jimmy. They were booing him. Get off the stage, So, I mean, he went through a lot of phases, but he took it and he did his voice,
That's the thing, watching you guys perform, you are yourselves, right? You're not doing it to entice, you're not doing any of that stuff. And it's strange to our eyes, because we're used to so many times when you see particularly a female artist, that there is that extra element that the guys don't have to worry about. You're just doing your thing. Did you ever get pressurized, or was it ever suggested that you should be more, I don't know, more sexual like that? Or did you tell them to get lost straight away?
Well, number one, we never postured like guys, like that whole thing of play guitar with it, I hate that, actually. Guys, fine. I mean, you can, that's kind of how it started. But I never did that. And the first thing that I got turned on to, I was probably 18, and we're playing teen centers a lot. And I realized, oh, wow, I was moving my head and I could feel my hair. So I'm more connected with how the hair was moving on my body. That helped to inform how, how I was feeling it internally and how I was expressing it to the audience, right? It wasn't until right before I left Fanny, maybe 5 months before, where they didn't feel like the record company and management didn't feel like we were selling enough records, and they really did pressure us to wear those other outfits, but they never could tell us how to move. That wasn't our thing. I mean, you can't, as far as I'm concerned, you can try to tell girls or women how to move, but I don't think that's really possible to do. You got to move what you're feeling, how you're feeling inside. That's my own theory, because that's what I do. I don't know anything else.
When you say you moved to LA in, I think you said 67, 68, who were you hanging out with? Were you hanging out with like Love and Arthur Lee and the Doors and those kind of people, the Byrds?
No, I mean, we moved to LA. Actually, we got to LA in May of '69, actually.
69, okay.
Yeah, so we didn't hang out with so many crazy people. I mean, the first person who came to our house who was famous was actually Hal Blaine.
Wow.
We knew who he was, but he found out that there were these chicks in
Right.
a mansion, up the road from the Chateau Marmont. Now, he was the beginning of the parade, the cavalcade of guys who would come up to the house. All of Little Feet, and Little George was a very close friend of mine, all of ours actually. It's true that one day I came down, I heard someone playing guitar downstairs, and I stuck my head, and looked down the stairs, and it was Dave Mason just sitting there, just practicing licks over and over. And I don't even know I'd met him before, but he was just using our space to practice, and I thought, well, that's great, guys from the band, and, Cocker and etc. They were really interested. Sure, they were interested. Maybe they could score, but they were also interested in playing with us because they wanted to experience, well, what it would be like to actually play with a chick who knows what she's doing, who can push me rather than me pushing her on every level or trying to, And I think that's why the Beatles were so fascinated by us in their own way. They really they just loved that, knowing that we could play, and so did Jeff Emmerich. They just loved it so much. And by the way, Harry Nilsson was hanging out with us practically every day at Apple. He was in London, and he was coming. The first time we went upstairs to the offices and met George and Ringo, Harry was with us. So it was like everyone was relaxed and convivial and all that.
Was it
kind of
relaxed?
stuff.
And we're huge Beatles fans, and meeting the Beatles in the '60s, was it relaxed? Was there a part of you that's going, "Holy shit, that's Ringo Starr"? What was it? Just you walk in, there's Ringo. Hey, Ringo.
It was
what's like?
everything. Yeah, it was all of the above. Because sure, in the back of my mind, we're thinking that's two of the Beatles at least. We met Paul and Linda later that same trip because he was going to air, or actually they were going to air and doing some vocals, and Richard was recording Carly Simon there, that album that I had, You're So Vain. So we met them there, and it was, it was all like really relaxed. They acted like they were so happy to meet us, and they were overjoyed at meeting somebody in Fanny, right? We didn't gush at them; they gushed at us.
Wow.
And so that was nice. They made us feel really comfortable. And then later I met John in New York when Slick was playing on Double Fantasy because he wanted to meet me. And so Slick called me up. I happened to be at a sound check of a woman I was producing in a club in New York, and there was an announcement over the speaker, June Millington phone call for you. And I'm like, what? Who knows I'm here, right? But it was Slick, and he said, why don't you come down to Mr. Chow's because John wants to meet you. And I said, well, great, So I went to that restaurant, Mr. Chow's, and when I walked in the door, they had a long table with the entire band and Yoko and John at the end of the table, and he stood up with this huge grin, and he mimed playing the guitar, and I went, yeah, So it was clear that he was... he was very into and enamored by the idea of meeting a chick who could play, or a woman whom he knew could play. We did Hey Bulldog, and we wrote another verse to it, so they knew.
Do you still enjoy it? I get the feeling that you're enjoying it as much now as you were in the '60s and the '70s, maybe even more so.
What do you say, enjoying it? You mean music?
Enjoying music. You seem inspired. You seem...
it's everything. With it. Yeah. I am. It's not any different. It's really not any different because music is what has always connected me to the world, and music is what caused people to start talking to me and Gene actually in the first place in junior high when we did my song Miss Wallflower 62 in the spring of 62 in junior high. That's exactly how I felt. But the second we did that song with two other girls, all of a sudden we weren't the wallflowers at the dance because people came up to us and spoke to us, and we realized, wow, this is the ticket, because the myth is, guys, get into rock and roll first, sex, drugs, and and so on. I've never been able to drink because I drink or really do many drugs because I don't have equilibrium or hearing on my left side. But also, we just wanted to make it like maybe one or two friends. Anybody who would talk to us was a thrill, you know. So they started to talk to us, and we thought we'd already made it. My God, we had a couple of friends, you know, and it just went on from there. So it's not just that people started to talk to us. I mean, as the years, you know, reeling in the years, we were able to jam with them. We were able to create with them, you know, and so on. So the picture's pretty big. It's vast, and it holds everything. That's what music does. Music holds everything. It's your heart. It's my heart. It's how we fall in love with each other in the universe. It's got it all. And actually, it never stops. When you do music, it passes through, you know, this wall, and it just keeps going. So everything we say and do is in the Akashic records, but it all actually still exists in the now. And I find that really exciting. I find the whole thing really as exciting as when Gene and I were playing ukuleles in the Philippines and singing the songs off the radio. You know, that was a thrill.
I love you so much. Honestly, it's such a thrill to talk to you. I'm going to post the link for ima.org. You mentioned new songs and stuff. How would we find those when they come out? Where's the best place to keep looking to find out about your new releases?
Well, I think my Facebook page and also IMA. You know, IMA will post that. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to put out a new album on vinyl. And it's going to have, well, of course, I'll put it out on CD too. The reason why I want to put it out on vinyl is because I'm such a kind of a pack rat with music, I have stuff that I've recorded on, you know, cassette or tape or whatever, rehearsals from the 70s and stuff I recorded in Woodstock on my own. So I have stuff from the past, and I have stuff, like, as I mentioned, from the now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put them together with this photo that was taken in Woodstock, I would say maybe 78. That's kind of sexy, but it's so real. It's me. Obviously, I'd gotten up and I went right to my drum set, you know. And it's there I am sitting on my drum set with snow boots on, but hardly anything on, and bathrobe. And it's black and white. And it's just rocks. And I think that photo sort of typifies how I feel even in the now with music. Everything disappears. I didn't know that picture was being taken.
Yeah.
And I'm smiling and I'm in my bliss, right? So it's a bliss black and white shot that actually it represents it all, you know, and I love it. So that's what I'm going to do.
Well, when it's out, we will plug it. Thank you
I
so
would
much.
say it's 2 or 3 months. Yeah.
Okay. It's so lovely to see you so happy, and I wish you the best of luck with your treatment. And thank you so much for coming and talking to us. And I think the movie's coming out in the UK in September. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Also, I want to say as well, thank you for listening to The Voice and doing what The Voice asked you to do.
What did I do? I don't even remember anymore.
Well,
I've done so many.
This is the thing. I did get a panic when I messaged you a couple of days ago saying, "Are we still on for Friday? What's happening Friday?"
Oh, she's a busy woman.
Well, you know, I really do have to parse my time. Yesterday I set my internal clock to do this with you guys so I wouldn't be keeling over, you know. And now I'm going to just sort of work my way back to just my nighttime, you know, life-saving mode.
Yeah. Take care of yourself.
Because I really do have just X amount of energy. I'm not used to it.
Yeah. We
Thank
really
you.
appreciate you joining us
All
tonight.
right.
It's so lovely to see you. Stay safe, and hopefully we'll
Okay.
get to speak again at
You
some
too.
point.
Thanks, June.
Thank you,
Okay,
June.
yeah.
I'm going to cut you off so you don't need to do the hanging up thing. I'll do it for you. Bye-bye.
See you soon, June.
Bye-bye. Oh, my God.
Wasn't she incredible?
Oh, my God. She was brilliant. I've got to play some adverts. Come on,
She's
man.
like MZ's right. She's an actual hero.
Oh, she's a legend in so many levels.
Yeah.
On so many levels.
Doing a thing. Imagine being that comfortable. That comfortable.
I like the fact she kept referring to her and the band as chicks. Oh, God. Wasn't it, Dave?
I don't think we can get any cooler. I know we can't get any cooler.
Oh, man. I said we keep it for 20 minutes. We had it for nearly for about 30. I was being a little bit naughty there, but...
She seemed on really good form.
Can't wait to see that movie. Yeah. I was really hoping the director was going to send me a link, and she didn't send me a link.
Have a look at the website of the place that she was mentioning there. Is it YMA?
IMA. IMA.org. It's a cool place. That was great. That's one of my favourite guests ever.
I kind of want to talk to her after we've seen the documentary as well. Do you think she will?
I mean, she might do. Are we still cool for Friday? What's happening Friday? Then that should work.
She's got a lot of stuff on her mind.
But some other people who've done it are going, her was like, I love her even more.
I know.
I love her even more.
Yeah.
She was fabulous. I just want to...
Imagine the audacity of trying to tell that woman how to dance.
Oh, jeez. Let's just find one more clip of her. Let's end on one more clip of her. The version of Hey Bulldog, by the way. I wonder if there's a video of that. Let's see if we can find something that isn't that Beat Club. There's not much stuff. There's not much. Let's just drag us up there. Let me put us there. There's not much stuff that isn't. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's all the Beat Club. This is the
film trailer.
Then the musician community.
So this is the documentary.
I had no idea who they were, but this 4 minutes worth of music, I was like hooked.
The queens of rock and roll, Fanny. Fanny is iconic, truly before their time. Men coveted rock and roll, that was theirs.
This is a girl with an instrument on. So, okay, this is a game changer.
Fanny was the first all-woman rock band that could really play and really get some credibility within the musician community. So we broke through that barrier, and it wasn't through talking. We just fucking did it.
There was so much pressure all the time. I mean, you have to remember how young we were and how scared we were, really.
We're brown, and nobody knows where the Philippines is. And many times when I felt worthless and challenged.
It was hard. Being gay was still a disease. You could not be a lesbian in Fanny.
They're like my sisters. I've known them since I was 16.
Won't you give your love to me?
Being in a rock band gave us a place to belong. We were all different together.
You make me right.
They made 5 records. You know, the Go-Go's get a lot of attention for what we did, and we only made 3 records.
They didn't have that #1 hit in the platinum records that the other bands had, but those other bands wouldn't have had those platinum records if Fanny didn't open the door. It's always the ones that started that get fucked.
Let's go back to where it all began. 17, then we started a band.
Oh, I love him so much.
If I had many lines in my face as Keith Richards, I don't know that we would have been offered a record deal.
On the road, girls on the go. Doing what we do is gonna save our souls.
Rocking is a metaphor. When you fail, you pick yourself back up again. They were considered badass, and they still are.
My big joke with my friends now, maybe I'll be famous when I'm 80.
I need to see that.
Yes, mate. Yes. What's this? Anyway. What was that?
Bonsoir.
De rock en stock, et puisque le mois dernier, c'est le mois dernier, il n'y a pas de doute, je vous avais promis Monts et Merveilles, mais les Monts et les Merveilles vont arriver. Ce sont deux groupes américains, mais deux groupes américains assez particuliers puisqu'ils sont entièrement composés de jeunes femmes. Ce sont les deux seuls qui existent au monde, les deux seuls qui sont venus nous rendre visite à Paris. Il y en a un peut-être que vous connaissez, le plus connu des deux, c'est Fanny.
Jeez, I mean, what an honour to talk to her.
Yeah.
What an honour.
I feel stupid. Nothing like I should just talk to us, June, and then we sit back and listen.
I was just grinning like an idiot and giggling.
Yeah.
Ah, man, what an honour to talk to her. That is, jeez. Whoa! We're going to have a reveal of where we're at in terms of our Patreons.
Oh, look at this. It's in about 10 minutes when this...
No, I've just done it just then. What are you talking about? I found a short drum reel. 390. I said drum reel, I meant drum roll. 390. 10 more. We're going to do a special private show for you patrons. Patreon.com/Iain and Katherine.
We're
I-A-I-N
so
and Katherine
close.
with a K.
10 away.
That's for the end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
The next target is 500. But
I mean, when we put that up, we thought, that's not going to get filled very quickly, is it?
It's not going to get filled very
And look
quickly.
at it.
You lot are freaking brilliant.
Thank you. Honestly, thank you so much.
And I'm aware that the show's been a little bit. We're going to max.
We've got to be more Fanny.
We're going to be more Fanny. We're going to max out. You sign up to us. We are going to give. We are going to give you best goddamn entertainment ever. You want more guests like June? We're going to get it. You want less guests like June? You got to sign somewhere else. No.
Fewer.
The thing is a far. We should all be more Fanny.
We all need to be more Fanny. I think it's the way to live.
What an honour to talk to her.
I know.
What a cool human being.
I should have asked her better questions. I know. Are you thinking that too?
I didn't know she knew Peter Talk. I'm a big Monkeys fan. And I thought, this is how I got in touch with her, is someone on like a Monkeys page posted, here's pictures of Peter with June Millington. I was like, shit, that's Fanny. So then I saw she was on Facebook, and so then I just messaged her on Facebook.
She mentioned Leah Kunkel a lot. That's Cass's sister, right?
Yeah.
Who ended up raising Cass's
Owen.
daughter, yeah.
Owen. Cass is and Dave Mason.
Yeah.
You know.
We've spoken to Dave Mason.
Oh, just go and listen to the Dave Mason, Cass Elliott album.
I was listening to that yesterday.
You posted a link for it. Sit and Wonder. Go and listen to that. So much. Oh, I've got goosebumps. What an honour. Honestly, we only get guests on that we like, right? Except that time MZ Plays came on, but that was his manners. Those jokes.
We don't like her. We love her.
We love her. But that just felt like a real honour.
Yeah.
She's a pioneer in so many other ways. The girl group to one side, even. She's a pioneer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, man.
You know,
we all want to be June now, MZ. We all want to be June. And I genuinely, I feel inspired by talking to her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let's go and do a raid. Let's get out of here. Let's go and do a goddamn.
An RAID.
Let me just.
And then we're going to eat some eggs.
We're going to have some
I don't care
poached
how
eggs
late it is.
Oh, you don't know how to poach.
I've got a poaching pan, so I cheat.
I don't know how to poach.
Oh yeah. Also, you know, we were talking earlier on about the Magic Christian. It got me thinking about Mr. Joe McGrath.
Oh yeah.
His book is like it's moving closer to happening.
Your dad has worked on his book.
Yeah, my dad helped edit the book, as a kind of, you know, as a favour, and also as someone who wants to read it himself.
I want to read it. Oh, God, I want to read that book. Joan McGrath directed The Magic Christian, worked with the Beatles, with Peter Sellers.
Yeah.
With
and he's
Goons.
a raconteur. He's funny. Oh, God, he's seen some things.
let's-
And he took loads of photos, right?
Do you want to ask him if he wants to come on at
Well,
some
I don't
point?
know how close it is because it tends to go quiet and then all the things will happen. But yeah, my dad said that he spoke to Joe and Dan a little while ago and they just wanted to check that he was still cool with everything. And I think it's going to happen. And what a thing that will be because it's the photos that will make it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Great stories with the photos.
I cannot wait to see that book. Let us. Who's someone's birthday? I like it when it's birthdays. Let's see whose birthday this is.
Can we just catch a normie for a second?
Should we read her birthday?
Yeah, I know she's got a cat like Willow. It's not sitting on her.
I like.
Yes.
I like this. I like the vibe. Let's go and raid Gemma Edwards. I don't know who she is.
I went to school with a Gemma Edwards, not that one.
Yeah, significantly younger than your school friends. Let's go and raid Gemma and wish her a happy birthday. Let's go and wish her a happy birthday. Is she going to sing? Is she just like DJ? I love this.
You're all
vibe.
weirdos.
Let's go and wish her a happy birthday. Double her audience. Thank you. I might do some streaming over the weekend.
A normie.
I've got some stuff to
A
do. Let's see.
normie. How do
Thank
you
you
say
for
a
watching.
normie?
Thank
A
you for
normie
patronizing
is
us.
like.
Thank you for joining us.
We'll see you Monday.
Goodbye.
Does anyone here know the phrase? You know, like if you're in Vodka Rev